Defense Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anna Jar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts.
Welcome to August 17th.
Oh no, it's a black cat!
And another black cat.
Why the cat gotta be black?
Today is National Black Cat.
Today is National Black Cat Appreciation Day.
In ancient Egypt, black cats were considered a sign of good luck.
I'm a bad luck black cat.
He is one hep black cat.
Your black cat is crossing my path.
We're talking about black cats.
It's showtime.
Well, color me happy. There's a sofa in here for two.
First time in an elevator.
Penthouse.
The Penthouse. Wow, great view. I bet you can see all the way to the ocean from out here.
Penthouse, top floor, got everything I need and a lot more. High ceilings, marble floor, and my penthouse.
Hey, Mr. Greek, can I get your autograph?
Hey, Greek, what's happening, pal?
I'm 6 deep behind a 4. You can't find me.
Oh my God, it's Greek!
You're listening to The Penthouse. Here's The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Yes, good morning. You're in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio. Hope you guys just got done listening to Rover and his crew as they kicked off your day for you. At 11:45 today, you got it. You pick a ticket. 2 big concerts, and you get to be the boss and win some tickets with us at 11:45. Every single day we have a giveaway at 11:45 on the Penthouse because you guys are the best. Thanks for always listening to Real Radio. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, and good morning, G. Good to see you again, buddy.
Good to see you, and good morning, Miss Francis.
Hi, good morning. Happy Thursday.
Hi, Franny.
Hi, what's going on? Hey, Jimmy.
Hello. Hi, gang. We're all here.
Hey, we're all here. We're together again. We're complete. Hi.
What is happening?
Nothing. You know,
Sorry
just
about
doing a
it,
show.
G.
I know. La-di-da-di-da.
Just hanging out.
Just trying to get smart with my smart water.
It's not working. It's not that I don't feel smarter. I just thought when you drink it, you become smarter. It's like, right, I got smart water. I'm going to be smart. I don't think it's working, though. A lot going on with us every day for you guys. We'll entertain you the next 4 hours. And like I said, 11:45, your chance to win tickets to Smashing Pumpkins or Rob Zombie. So that'll happen at 11:45. Getting close to another end of a week, which is always coming near, and people love the weekend and jacked up. And there is a little bit of football, and our Dolphins do play this weekend. So hats off to the Dolphins, and I know you guys will be listening on 101.7 because you are now getting the Miami Dolphins. So, Franny, is there some news about bras that they're going to be going away for a while?
I don't know if it's news, but looks like that is what the younger generation is all about, and that is going braless. They are embracing it, and the freeing move has taken the internet by storm. In fact, the hashtag No Bra has over 600 million tags on social media. Yep, where women, I know. Give a standing ovation if you want for that, too. Where women are sharing their outfits and the looks without bras. So I understand some shirts go better without a bra. A lot of people don't like to show bra straps. They do make strapless bras. I myself am one who sometimes will wear one, sometimes who won't. But they're saying just absolutely do not wear a bra. And this is a thing called the No Bra Challenge.
No Bra Challenge.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said it sounds sexy, but mainly just involves women sharing what they look like in outfits without wearing bras. And I bet you that's why they get a lot of views because they're like, hey, look at me without a bra. And the trend seems to help what they say normalize different breast shapes. Now, the ones that are getting the major hits are the girls that have huge breasts, and that's what I've noticed from looking at this. Are we surprised, right?
Really?
Shocked by this.
That really doesn't make sense.
I know.
So unusual.
Yep. At least when I was seeing this in the New York Post, like that's the ones that they're showcasing are the girls with the massive tatas. But they're like, yeah, I have big to medium-sized boobs, and I want to try go braless for 1 week. And she explained that she didn't like wearing a bra during summer because it ruins her fashion moments.
Oh, okay.
Now, I have a different thing. I am braless today. I will say that because of the shirt that I'm wearing. It would have straps, and I don't like my straps showing. But I am indoors. If I was going to be outside all day, I would have a bra on. I don't know about the rest of you ladies and some guys, but boob sweat is a real thing. And bras are really helpful for boob sweat because it soaks up the sweat.
Oh, it's helpful.
Yeah,
Oh,
it soaks up the sweat that normally, that it catches the sweat from underneath your boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're not wearing one, then you're going to get those embarrassing sweat marks from right underneath it. So these girls are saying different. They're saying that during the summer, they don't like them, but maybe they don't sweat like I do.
Well, maybe it's also not as hot.
I mean, it's hot everywhere, G-Man.
Is it really?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
Alaska? Milwaukee? Yeah, Jimmy, you always said the same thing about the sweat and everything.
Oh, yeah. I can't stand it. I have to wear a bra.
Yes, the boob sweat is real.
I don't know. I see this, there's a no bra trend. Yeah, hasn't that been going on since the 60s?
Yeah, but and there's a thing like there's research that says that wearing a bra is good for you.
Yeah, sure.
It can cause it can help your boobs from not sagging, and if you don't wear a bra like 1 to 3 days a week, you're fine. It's not an issue. But if it's a continuous thing, then yeah, even with the younger girls, their boobs can eventually sag. But then there was another study that previously suggested that not wearing a bra could decrease sagging. So it's one of those things you're like, I don't know what to do.
Every study's the same way.
It is, but that one, the one not wearing a bra could decrease sagging. That study that they did was back in 2013. They said it came out to be inconclusive. So I'll buy the one that actually has an extra answer to it, saying that if you don't for a while.
And who does that
puppies
study,
will
by the
sag.
way? Who does that study? They do the whole study. They're like, you know what?
Yeah.
We're going to have to do it again.
Yeah.
Let's do it
It
again.
was definitely a man who did the study. I'm just kidding. It was I think it was a woman.
New York Post.
I don't know. It's very Jean Dennis. So I don't know. It could be a man or a woman. It doesn't say he, she that did that study back 2013.
And how many people on, you said the...
600 million already people that's trending with them. But the hashtag alone, what is it? No bra, wear no bra, has over 9 million views.
Wow.
No bra challenge.
That's a ton of people.
It's all over TikTok.
Yeah.
600
It's all
million?
over. Yeah.
Wow. That is crazy. My God. Well, it's a challenge out there. You let us know what you guys think and what your thoughts are on something like this. 877-927-6969. Or you could text us, Real Radio 47142, or email Jimmy at realradio921.com.
Well, maybe you want to go ask artificial intelligence whether you should wear a bra or not, because apparently Google is coming out with an AI life coach. It's not just an idea, it's actually in the works. They taught it, so apparently Google's already on this. They taught 21 different tasks to help people improve their lives. We know where you go. You go right here on the Penthouse. That's where you get good advice from. Things like creative problem solving, helping you plan ahead, creating budgets and meal plans, and just, doling out life advice in general.
Mm-hmm.
Two people who've been working on it told the New York Times that Google wants to make it smart enough to give solid answers to things like intimate questions about challenges in people's lives. Here's an example they gave. A friend was in your wedding and just invited you to theirs.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a destination wedding and you can't afford it. Hey, Google, how do I tell them I can't go? Stuff like that, right?
Okay.
Can't afford it.
Sounds like the AI life coach could be for prime time soon. They're having another AI company test it right now. I do have one audio sample of what it might sound like. That was here.
Hi, I am your Google life coach. Are you ready to turn your miserable existence into something less pathetic?
Yes.
Try these 3 amazing life tips that will alter the way you look, feel, and live your life.
All right.
Number 1, eat healthier. Stop shoving meaningless sugar and carb-filled processed foods into your fat face.
All right, that makes
harsh.
sense. All right.
Exercise more.
All right.
Turn off your Netflix, get up off your couch, put down the phone, and move your weak and flabby torso. And 3, go talk to a human instead of me. Try experiencing life with a real live breathing person.
Yeah, not right.
Well, that's our session for this week. That will be $49.99. To pay, please double-click the side of your phone. Now go get a life, Google Breath.
Pretty good. All right, well, there you go. There's a sample of what it might come out to. But actually, the article was serious. Obviously, that was a bit. That bit was a joke. But
I thought that was good.
Would you take life coach advice from AI?
I mean, we got some psychic advice from it. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, some people ask for advice for and they don't even pay attention to it from people who they think legitimately can give them good advice.
Yeah, really.
So
why not?
I know. So I can see people utilizing it, especially if AI tells them what they want to hear, too.
Of course.
Well, there you go.
Yep, every time. I mean, there are people ask 10 people something, and the one person who says what they want to hear, whether it's finance, relationships, life, they'll go with that one. Oh, Jimmy said that. You know what? I agree with Jimmy.
Yeah, you know what? He's really got a good head on his shoulders. I think I'll go with that advice.
Yeah.
Yep.
Joe over there, hey, he told me not to do it. I don't know if I want to go down. I'm not ready for that commitment.
Yeah. Yeah. I think if it's something you want to hear, like you just said, of course you're going to go with it. Because we always, any situation we're in, we really know what our gut's telling us in our mind. And then you're looking for somebody to be like, I agree with that or not.
And then we'll see, what. So when this gets a little bit better and then improved, then they put it out there. I'll be very curious to see if they have some sort of way that you can sample it, right? Like that. You mentioned that Franny, that the AI psychic type thing that we tried the other day,
cards,
right?
yeah.
And I tried it a couple times. You were nice enough to send me the link, so I tried it a couple times, and again, it was very generalized stuff, right? I mean, if you ask, what's going to happen with my house, it was a very generalized type of a response, that you could kind of conclude from anything,
not
right?
super specific to you.
Of course not.
Yeah, so I asked.
So I would imagine that this would do probably sort of the same thing. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No. So I asked the Chat GPT whether or not I should wear a bra, and according to this, it says whether or not to wear a bra is a personal choice. It depends on your comfort level, the outfit you're wearing, and your individual preference. Feel free to choose what makes you feel the most comfortable and confident.
There you go. And that's the type of advice you're going to get.
That is what you're getting.
Yeah, very generic.
Yeah.
I mean, the only thing you might want to maybe lean toward because you feel that's unbiased. So when you're asking it, when you ask a friend or a family member or a therapist, a lot of people feel like there's a little bit of a bias in there sometimes. Or, and also the good thing is if you ask a friend or somebody who knows you, they know you. See, my advice if somebody asks you is going to change. I change it based on who I'm talking to because I know the person.
Sure, of course.
I mean, but a lot of people
matters, right?
Yeah. But to me, it
That's
does.
the idea.
But a lot of people it doesn't. A lot of people just throw it out there. If I know somebody can't handle something or it's going to bother them or they shouldn't be doing that, then I would say it. But I think a lot of people just go with it.
Right.
But I think if
and there's certain things that are obvious, right? I mean, you don't do things that are bad, or you don't do things that are indulgent, right? Certain parts of it you can, but outside of that, you kind of specify it for the individual that you're giving the advice to, of course.
Yeah, I know what people can handle or can't, which is just something you were trying to do for them. But I think something like this. And then there's just some people who just want to, get another opinion. You know what I mean? They just sit there and say, this one said this one said that. If you ask 10 people a situation, 10 people will tell you 10 different things.
Very possible.
I mean, but I think people would, I'm sure there'll be people out there who would pay for it if it was a reasonable price. Because people are like that. They'll try anything. Like you said, horoscopes, different things. I might think it's crazy. Somebody else might be like, hey, I know 2 girls and 1 guy who have a life coach. They go every month. And they swear by it. It's very expensive, but they love it.
Well, yeah, to each his own.
Yeah.
If they swear by it and they feel like it's helpful in their lives, and more power to you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see it, but they like it and they do it.
Yep.
877-927-6969. One of the ways you can get involved with us. If you would take advice from this situation, let us know. And who do you take advice from when you talk to somebody about certain things? And remember who you're asking a lot of times for advice, too. And sometimes people forget that. You don't want to get somebody's advice on life when their life is in the toilet. They'd be like, what am I asking him? Really?
Seems to make sense.
It really does. Why am I asking you? Your life sucks.
No, you just do the opposite of what they tell you.
Or I guess you could take that route too.
Yeah, that's why you're asking.
Oh, that's good. Good job, Franny. I like that.
Yes.
And it gets them involved. It makes them feel good about themselves. Yeah, see?
Yeah, that's awesome.
There you go. All right,
I like
thanks,
that.
Franny. I feel better already.
No problem. You're welcome. You're so welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Don't tell me
I'm going to be a
like
life coach, actually. That's what I've decided. I'm changing careers.
I think you'd be
life
great.
coach it is.
Didn't you talk about that? Or
No, not me.
Weren't we joking about something with
I think
that? or-
G-Man maybe was saying that he was going to do it because he thought it was a scam, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. I have
500 an hour.
Seems reasonable.
Yeah.
I was going to go.
Sign me up.
I didn't want to go for
I
1,000.
have no interest in giving people life advice.
But if they keep coming back, you got to be like, I guess I'm doing something good.
Why not? Got a good scam going here.
Yeah, 5 for 4. If you go on Thursdays, I give you a break. I mean, I don't know. You can't tell people their life sucks, though. You got to try to make them think like it's going to get better. That's the whole goal.
Yeah, because otherwise they won't come back. But you can't tell them that it's going to be too good because then they won't come back at all. They'll be like, oh, I'm cured.
It's a fine line.
Yeah.
Once I find it, I keep it going.
Yeah.
I got to keep throwing a bait out there. You know what? If you sign up for another 20
Isn't that what we were
sessions-
talking the other day about scam careers or something like that?
Yeah,
and that
like
was
careers
one
that
of
people
them?
think are scams. Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That type of thing, right? You know, because you don't want to fix them.
No, you want it to be just a little bit broken. It's like when bookies say they want guys to win every once in a while.
Yeah,
And
of
you're
course.
like, why? And they're like, of course. If they lose all the time, they're going to stop.
Yep. If they
eventually.
get a taste of winning, they'll keep on coming back.
Yep.
Yeah. So there's always some method to the madness, which is nice. Keeps you going. Keeps you feeling personal.
Aren't you glad you tuned in today?
Get a nice background, a Zoom meeting, a big fat crib office, and I'll be a life coach and be like, all right, I'll start with 500 an hour. I think that's more than fair. Some therapists get 275.
For who?
For me.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll give them breaks, though, on special months. Like if I hit a bet the night before, then I'll give them breaks. But if not,
Look at that. Look at that. I had the Gators. Look at that. I had Georgia.
Yeah. Bulldogs.
It's
let's
your
not forget
day.
'em. Jimmy, you have also something about breakfast. That breakfast could be getting better.
Well,
And I know
here
a lot
it
of
is.
people have
Yeah,
breakfast
damn right.
ready.
Breakfast is about to get better for us, Franny. If you shy away from buying Eggo waffles because they don't seem adult enough, now we're elevating everything to the next level. That's right, because they're pairing Eggos with booze. Eggo teamed up with Sugarlands Distilling to launch a new liquor called Eggo Brunch in a Jar Sippin' Cream.
Wow.
And I tell you what, the name alone makes me want it. It's 20% alcohol, 40 proof, and seamlessly blends the flavors of toasted Eggo waffles, sweet maple syrup, rich butter with just a hint of smoky bacon.
Just a pinch.
Just a pinch. If you're
So far,
wondering,
sounds good.
If you're wondering why an executive says that it's now difficult to be a parent, dealing with constantly changing schedules, household errands, family outings, and busy work days, so they wanted to create something that would help them find moments that you can savor for yourself, right, as the parents. So, I got all this stuff I got to do with my kids. What's the best idea for breakfast? Get drunk.
I love it. And this isn't the first one. I mean, in 1 week, we talk about Dunkin' and their new spiked Dunkin' brew coffee.
Yeah.
So now that and Eggo, I mean, do they really want us to start drinking earlier in the day? Is this what we're doing?
Here we go.
I mean, I'm here
Morning
for it.
booze. Eggo Brunch in a Jar is available at select retailers nationwide and online in select states. So apparently this is already out. To find a retailer near you, go to sugarlands.com. I'll go nice and slow for you. sugarlands.com/brunch in a jar. By the way, this isn't the first time Eggo's gotten hammered. For the holidays last year, they partnered with some distillery to make an Eggo nog, like an eggnog. And I don't remember
I don't
hearing
either.
that. Usually we hear about stuff like this, which was obviously an Eggo waffle-flavored eggnog. So apparently Eggo wants you getting drunk in the morning. Let's do it. Actually, it does sound good. I mean, I don't know if I would have it for breakfast, but...
It sounds a little too sweet for me. Maybe put it in your coffee. Maybe put it in your coffee.
Ooh, there you go.
That would probably be good in your
All right.
coffee.
I
It
like
sounds.
the way you think.
I know. You gotta, because it does. It sounds like you sip it and be like, oh, that's nice, but it sounds like it's just too much. But have you ever had a breakfast shot?
No.
And I don't mean like a shot during breakfast time. It's called a breakfast shot.
Oh, all
so
right.
you
Then
take
no.
so you take Jameson. You take the Irish whiskey. It could be
Okay.
whatever. I say Jameson's because that's just what I'm used to, right?
Okay.
You do Jameson's Irish whiskey and then butterscotch schnapps.
Oh, all right.
Mix them right. Put them together in a shot glass. And
yummy.
then you gotta have a little shot glass of a little tiny bit of orange juice, and then a piece of bacon.
Wow.
So,
that
you
sounds
shot,
good, yeah.
you take the shot, you take a little sip of OJ, and then you bite into the bacon, and there's your breakfast shot.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, those are good.
All right.
It's a pain in the ass, especially if you go to a bar and they're like, no, I'm not going to give you a piece of bacon.
Where's the
And
bacon? I need the bacon.
They're easy to make, but yeah, to have bacon on side. And you necessarily don't need them. Some bars, it's just that with the OJ, little shot of OJ, but they're pretty good, and they call that a breakfast shot.
There you go.
Yep. So
There you go. Right out of the gate.
pushing alcohol in the morning.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I like it.
Welcome to the Penthouse.
Right?
If you listen to this show, you need it. It is the Penthouse. We'll come back with this day in history and a trifecta. Peace.
Real radio is the news junkie.
We had a woman who freaked out in South Africa, took off her thong and put it on her face. It was very impressive. I've never seen a human being take a thong off so fast.
I have.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Introducing Audible's new original series, Breakthrough, the first of its kind audio-only singing competition featuring celebrity judges Kelly Rowland and Sarah Bareilles, with host Daveed Diggs. Hear who has what it takes. Listen on Audible or wherever you get your podcasts.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
Checking in with the Florida Highway Patrol. We are accident-free from Boca to Jupiter now. 15-minute ride southern to PGA. And just keep in mind, Clematis Street remains shut down till the end of September for road work construction. This is between Dixie and Olive. I'm Joel Mal.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
I'm Ben Ferguson.
And I'm Ted Cruz. The appointment of a special counsel to supposedly investigate Hunter Biden is illegal and a blatant cover-up, protecting Hunter and Joe Biden and protecting Merrick Garland.
And we explain why. Download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. Smart is protecting our community, today and tomorrow.
Hey, it's the Greek. There's only one thing hotter than the weather outside. That is the ladies at Monroe's. 7 days a week, open at 5 a.m. Make sure you stop by Monroe's. They make any good night a great night. 5-star menu, DJs in the house, and the beautiful ladies. And this Saturday night, 19th of August, $500 cash prize. Barbie, that's right. Stop in for the best Barbie and Ken outfits. $500 on the line at Monroe's beautiful ladies. Peace.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability. Plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with internet and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, for a limited time only, ask how new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free during the Mobile Made Free event. Call or go online today to learn more. Ends 9/21/2023. EcoBill and autopay required. New 100 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and new unlimited intro mobile service. Other restrictions apply.
Florida home insurance is a nightmare, and with hurricane season at our doorstep, you need a home insurance company that you can depend on. That's why there's Open House, a tech-enabled home insurance provider that uses smart data to keep your premiums low. Get an obligation-free quote in seconds and join your neighbors that are saving hundreds. Get discounts for your smart life choices, like having a gym membership or a dog. Start saving today at openhouseinsurance.com. See openhouseinsurance.com for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
I'm Mark Anajar. I'm Glenn Levine. I'm Ellie Anajar. Together, we're Anajar and Levine. If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. In office, West Palm Beach.
It can happen so easily. A few drinks become a few too many. It's time to go, and you think of calling for a ride home. Nah, what's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over. You lose your license. You total your car. You kill someone. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale, August 18th through the 21st, and get 40% off paints and stains with prices starting at $26.69. That means 40% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, get 40% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It can happen easily. A few drinks becomes a few too many. It's time to go and you think of calling for a ride home. Nah, what's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over, you lose your license, you total your car, you kill someone. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
I'm Ben Ferguson.
And I'm Ted Cruz. The appointment of a special counsel to supposedly investigate Hunter Biden is illegal and a blatant cover-up, protecting Hunter and Joe Biden and protecting Merrick Garland.
And we explain why. Download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. Skies are partly cloudy to mostly sunny as we move through our Thursday morning. Temperatures are starting to warm into the 80s with our highs back in the low 90s today. We will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms returning later as well, starting inland and moving northeast towards the coastline. Could see heavy downpours and frequent strikes of lightning.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
What kind of men do women want? Red Pilled America tells the story of how a young man was faced with the very real possibility of losing his girlfriend to an international A-list ladies man, and what he did to win her over. Listen to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tony Evans, and I'm excited to have you join me on this new podcast, Heroes in the Bible.
Come to me, boy. You and your God will crumble beneath my feet.
He beckoned the giant and said,
I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts and creator of the stars.
Listen to Heroes in the Bible with Dr. Tony Evans on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
This is the iHeartRadio Sports Report.
In baseball, the Braves keep rolling, sweeping the Yankees with a 2-0 victory last night and dropping New York to under 500 for the first time this season. It's the first time the last place Yankees have had a losing record at least 120 games into the season since September 5th, 1995. Elsewhere, Shohei Ohtani hit his American League leading 42nd home run last night as the Angels beat the Rangers 2-0, and the Cubs put themselves back in a wild card spot with a walk-off win at Wrigley thanks to a Christopher Morel 3-run home run. And in the NFL, we have one preseason game tonight. The Browns visit the Eagles in Philly. According to head coach Kevin Stefanski, Deshaun Watson will not be playing as well as other established starters, but we may see Jalen Hurts for Philly for the first time this preseason. Kickoff is 7:30 Eastern on NFL Network. I'm Andy West with your iHeartRadio Sports Report.
Radio 92.1, we are an iHeart radio station. Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. Thanks for always tuning in to Real Radio 92.1. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good morning.
And Francis is here.
Hello, what's up?
And it's time for This Day in History in a Trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
There's about 40 games left in the baseball season, and the team that hopes it ends tomorrow are the Yankees. Yankees lost last night to Francis Atlanta Braves 2-0. There was no doubt the Braves were going to sweep the Yanks. I mean, they destroyed them. And the Yankees have big issues. Talking about the manager getting fired. Talking about Cashman getting fired GM. Rumors of Mattingly coming back as the coach and maybe Derek Jeter as the GM. We'll see what happens. But for the first time in a long time, since 1995, the Yankees are below 500 on this day. Sad day for the Yanks. They just don't hit, and they got some major problems. There is an exhibition football game tonight. The Browns and the Eagles. The Eagles are favored. Who would bet on preseason football tonight? Come on, guys. That game starts at 7:30. And James Harden went on a little bit of a tear this week, yelling about the 76ers owner and GM and just that he'll never play in Philadelphia again. He might not have to, because yesterday he was on the live stream in China, and he sold his wine. I even know James Harden had a wine. It's about $60 a bottle, and he sold 10,000 bottles in minutes.
Does it come with a beard?
That is the front. Yeah, that is the beard. He sold 10,000 bottles in minutes in China, so he might not have to play basketball ever again if it keeps up like this.
They love the NBA over there, don't they?
They love the NBA. He's over there for the last couple of weeks promoting the NBA and obviously himself. The bearded one is really making some serious money with this wine. I didn't even know he had a wine, but it's doing very, very well. A lot of athletes have different products that are just maybe not sold in America, but sold all over the world. I don't know if this wine is available in America. I'm not sure. But Harden did sell 600 bottles and about, they said minutes, which is crazy. 10,000 bottles, 10,000 bottles, and it was $60. That's a pretty good day for him. And he didn't even have to pick up a basketball. And again, Harden doesn't want to play with Philadelphia. He feels just not happy there. He's making $39 million.
That record is so broken it ain't funny.
Like,
I don't like playing in Houston. I don't like playing in Brooklyn. I don't
think he likes playing. Maybe he's just over it.
How about him and Kyrie Irving on a therapist's couch? Would that be unbelievable? And throwing Kevin Durant.
Talk about 500 an hour.
And Dennis Rodman. There you go. Sit down with those four and see how you feel after an hour.
There's an all-star game.
You would come out, you're like, oh my God, my head's exploding. And I love how they just say, like, I'm just not happy. I'm not happy. It's your fault. Really? Really? This kind of money that these guys make off the court was never available to any other players years ago. So, again, I don't know how his wine is. I don't even know if you could buy it in the U.S., but it's doing pretty good over there.
What's it called? Do you have the name of it?
I do not have the name.
All right, we'll look it up.
Yeah, it's just, I know it's James Harden's wine. It might be called the Bearded One.
Yeah.
You never know. But yeah, he had a pretty good day yesterday. A few minutes, and he sold that many, which is pretty amazing. But again, these guys get involved in a lot of different things. And that is your trifecta. It's over to Jimmy now for This Day in History.
On this day in history.
Well, I don't normally do birthdays, but this one I thought was kind of funny, and I thought Greek would get a kick out of this, and it's the only reason why. It's the way it was worded that I think is pretty neat. 80 years ago today, 1943, Robert De Niro, all right? So check out how they describe him. An American actor known for his uncompromising portrayals of violent and abusive characters was born.
Wow. Pretty strong. Abusive.
I think that's funny. Just the way they wrote that up, I thought it was pretty darn funny. 66 years ago today, 1957, Richie Ashburn of the Philadelphia Phillies hit a foul ball that accidentally hit Alice Roth in the stands and broke her nose. As Roth was being taken out on a stretcher, Ashburn hit her again with another foul ball. Remember that?
What?
Oh, my God.
Got hit twice?
Yep. By the same batter as they were...
Go play the lottery, right? I know that's terrible what happened to you, but...
Did he know her?
What are the odds?
Wow, that's pretty bad.
I guess we found out, but geez, yeah, it's crazy.
63 years ago today, in 1960, the Beatles began what would become a 3-month engagement in the Indra Club in Hamburg, Germany. It was the young bloke's first appearance away from England. and it's where they developed their stage act and musical chops. 54 years ago today, 1969, is when Woodstock concluded. It was the third and final day. They kicked off the day with Joe Cocker. He played 11 songs and ended his set with the theme song to the Wonder Years. Of course, what we know is With a Little Help from My Friends. 46 years ago today, 1977, after the death of our King Elvis Presley, FTD reported that in one day, the number of orders for flowers to be delivered to Graceland surpassed the number for any other event in the company's history.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's amazing with that? Probably 98% of that, nobody knew him.
Oh,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Just
yeah.
fans.
They were just fans, yep, of course. 34 years ago today, 1989, James Cameron married his third wife, Catherine Bigelow. Linda Hamilton, who was directed in Terminator, was his fourth, and now he's on number 5. In 2010, Catherine Bigelow beat James Cameron for the Best Director Oscar, so she won for The Hurt Locker when he was up for Avatar, so I guess that was a little payback.
Yeah.
31 years ago today, 1992, Wayne Newton filed for bankruptcy. He owed $20 million to 200 creditors, and he blamed the recession for his problems. I don't know if that's supposed to be a joke or not. 29 years ago today, 1994, one David Caruso quit NYPD Blue and signed a $2 million contract to do the movie Jade. Caruso was replaced by Jimmy Smits. 25 years ago today, 1998, Carlos Santana received his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And also 25 years ago today is the day that President Clinton gave the grand jury testimony via closed-circuit TV saying he did not have relations with that girl.
Lies.
And finally, 15,
Not in his mind.
and finally, 15 years ago today, in 2008, Michael Phelps became the first person to win 8 gold medals in a single Olympic Games, thanks to his incredible swimming skills. And that's what happened on this day, August 17th in our history.
Thank you, Jimmy. He was phenomenal. I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah.
8. Oof. And
And that was just 1 year. I mean, how many, 3 Olympics did he do? Or 2? At least 2.
I
know,
think he did at least 3. I could be wrong.
I thought so.
Yeah. He's just unbelievable. You look about a record that'd be hard to be broken. That's got
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you remember the pictures of just all the hardware around his neck?
Yeah.
He looked like a rapper.
Well, it also helps that there's so many different types of swimming competitions that he could do versus the basketball guys.
He was in 5 Olympics.
Oh, wow.
According to
Okay, it wasn't
Google.
that many. Wow.
That's amazing.
Yep. 28 medals across 5 Olympics.
Wow.
Yep.
Imagine if you just see him at a pool and you're like, you want to race? I don't know who he is.
Oh, remember he raced a shark. Do you remember that during Shark Week? I was so disappointed with that. I was like, yes, he's going to race a shark. And I knew they were going to put him in there with it, but the way that they did it was just so dumb. But I want to ask you guys, when you were growing up,
yes,
what did you think was old? I remember being a kid and maybe even thinking 30 was old, right?
Oh, sure. Yeah. At one time, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're 5, 30 is really old.
Yeah.
When you're 10, 40 is old.
Yeah. But let's say, when you were a teenager, what was old to you? In your 20s, what was old to you?
I would say 60.
Yeah, 60 plus, 70 plus.
See, I would think maybe in
Ballpark.
my teen, early 20s. I would probably even say 50s, maybe to me seemed old. Clearly, the older you get, it just keeps on getting pushed back more and more and more because you're inching towards that age.
I remember when my dad was 50. We had a party for him, and I thought that was old.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was sick, though, too, so I kept thinking, wow, how much time does he have? I would be worried, but God bless him. He had another 38 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, another 38 years is fantastic. But yeah, so it looks like we have changed the way that we perceive old age. And by we, it's just Americans. And they were doing this, and the perception of aging and longevity are shifting big time. So back then, we were like, all right, 60 was considered old, right? And respondents, and this is what they're talking about, back kind of grandparents era, 60, but they've pushed it back by 20 years, and now 80 is the new considered old.
Okay.
Which
by teenagers.
Which to me is quite interesting. So when they did this, and I love this, they said, according to new research, when we see Bruce Springsteen selling out concerts at age 73, Martha Stewart on the cover of Sports Illustrated at 81, we're starting to realize old age isn't what it used to be. Mm-hmm. And it's very, very true. They surveyed 2,000 U.S. adults, including 900 who were 50 and older. And so it was all kinds of ages, and they wanted to show the shift on how Americans define old age. So when talking about getting older, 69% of those age 50 and up prefer the term longevity instead of aging. So don't say aging anymore.
Yeah.
It's the longevity you have. And then respondents also said that the biggest difference between people over 60 today compared to the generation ago are that they're more active and more open-minded and curious.
I also think one of the things, too, people, as they get older, a lot more people are single because there's a higher amount of divorces. And I think people take care of themselves a little better because there are a lot of people who are dating. And they're
Back
late 50s.
on the market.
Yeah, late 50s. And so I think social media, too, has something to do with that, too.
And that's what some, even if married or not, like a large percentage, 71% of those 65 plus say the best time of their lives is right now or in the future. Like they're living it up right now.
That's awesome if you can say that.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
71%.
That's the way it should be, right?
It should be.
You retire. These are your golden years.
Yeah.
Yep. And that's what they're
60's
saying.
a little young to retire, but I mean, it's that time frame, that mindset. There are plenty of people that do retire by that time,
And that's what
as
it is.
well.
And speaking of Americans 50 and older, about a third of them, the claims are that they are saying that their new chapter, retirement, is that new chapter in their life where they can, if your life sucks before, if you're working hard, like this is what they look forward to that new chapter where they can better themselves and better their lives. But they'll claim that, it's very, very important, 65 and up, these people, 83% to feel useful is one of the words they said, and youthful.
Yeah. And I think, like I said, working out is a big thing. Staying active, having friends.
I mean, I follow this woman named Joan on social media because I follow a lot of fitness influencers, and she's in her mid-70s, and she started working out 5 years ago. 5 years ago. And they showed her before and afters, and she is kicking ass, like deadlifting over 200 pounds, always at the gym, like very tight. And that's, people are starting to realize that you don't have to be young to get your youth back or to feel more youthful and to get into shape. And so it is inspiring to see people like that who they don't give up on life. They want to better themselves even at an older age.
I think it's great. And I think a lot of it is intimidation. Sometimes people feel when they're older, I can't go to a gym. Everybody's young. Everybody's in great shape. But if you walk in there and you start out, like you just said, this woman 5 years ago, that's tremendous.
That's awesome. I love to see it. Yep. And it doesn't matter what age you are. You're in your 30s. It's good to stay active. In 40s, it's great to stay active. So it's good to see that at any age.
Would you take a pill that would give you an extra 50 healthy years at your age right now?
Nope. Not even a week.
Would I take a pill to give me 50 extra
healthy years?
Healthy?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Me too. Greg says no. Greg's like, I'm out.
Oh, you kidding
Get me out of this
see
world.
his life? Why would you?
Terrible.
Are you kidding me? It's taking too long.
Oh my God.
I'm with you too. And we're in the majority. Because, there's
Who
people.
wouldn't? that makes no sense.
And they specifically, because I'm under the age of 50, but the people that they asked were 50 and up, and they said, yeah, I would take a pill. Like they would live over 100 years old. They said, I would take a pill that would give me an extra 50 healthy years.
Yeah, well, there's a key word there, healthy.
Yes.
I mean, if you're living 50 miserable years and you're sick and you're bedridden, that's a little different. But you're going to throw that word in there. Yeah, that means a lot.
Financially, though, it's so hard. You know what I mean? When you get older to maintain. I mean, unless you have a good retirement plan and you hear rumors about Social Security, that's a lot.
True, but if you're healthy, you could continue on working too. I mean, I know that sucks, but you could bring in an income.
I think it's great, but as you get older in our society, companies do not like to hire you. They just don't. They get worried about health issues. They get worried about different things, and they don't say it because they can't, because they're not allowed to, but it does happen. So, 50 years would be great if you have the money. That's the whole thing. But, I mean, I think a lot of, like Martha Stewart, 81 on Sports Illustrated, I mean, people were shocked. Springsteen, 73, he looks great, and he's out there kicking ass. The Stones, I mean, Mick Jagger just turned 80. I mean, and he's out there, jumping around, doing his thing. So when you see things like that, you're like, wow. Again, these are movie stars or people who have very, very good lives, too, and have a lot of things that most people don't have at their expense.
Yeah, but as I mentioned, I mean, somebody who nobody really knew is now making something. And we talk about those movie stars, but there's a lot of people out there who are not celebrities who are very healthy at an old age and still doing it.
Which is great. 877-927-6969. Let us know what your thoughts are. Would you be open for a life coach? And also, would you take a pill that can give you 50 healthy years? And it depends on your age, obviously. If you're 20, you're like, this is not for you, obviously. But if you're 50 or above, would you do it? Would you stick around another 50 years? I know somebody who wishes they were here a little while ago. Franchise, the Miami soccer team, has gone up in value tremendously since Messi has been with them.
Well, Inter Miami, they are, if you're a fan, you're excited because they advanced to the League's Cup final. Yep, they are doing it.
Yeah, their value is, when he got there, they said around $600 million was the team, which I was surprised at that number. That's a high number, I thought. And now they said it's worth $1.5 billion.
Oh, yeah. So since they have, they've moved ahead to the League Cup finals, the claims is that ticket prices right now are like $12,000.
That's worth it.
Yep.
$12,000.
6 months ago, you could go for $12.
And I understand it is the League Cup final, and it will be the first championship that Inter Miami has ever won. It is just mind-blowing that bring in one guy. And I know that they did bring in other players, too, but of course, he is the face. He is the name. He is the one scoring the goals. Not all of them, but, and so it's just crazy how what a change and a turn in that team that they've done to be so successful that now they're going to be in the championship game when there was no talks about it before July 21st.
And when you first went in, we were looking at the standings going, well, look how far down they are. There's no way they could come back.
No
look
way.
At us, they're in the finals.
Next season, right? Next season, they'll be able to make it into the finals. But it's
so
crazy.
This is it. If they win, they're champs?
Yes.
They still haven't lost a game, right? Since he's joined the team?
Yeah.
No, they have not.
Right?
Yep.
Wow, it's amazing. No, they haven't lost since the game. No. And then like the other night, they were in Philly. A couple of my friends I know from New York, they drove there.
Yeah. Did they go over to see it? Okay. Yeah. It's not that far away from New York, New Jersey area.
But they spent huge money. They spent like $900 a ticket.
Yeah.
And they didn't have great seats, they said. But it was just to see him. He's a legend. Obviously, they're soccer fans. And he's not young. I mean, as far as soccer, we're talking. He's 38 years old. They're hoping he can play another 3-4 years. But, it's amazing. I mean, what he's done for the franchise, for soccer.
Sure.
Also, a good time of year.
I mean, he's already done what he needs to do for soccer. I mean, him and Ronaldo face forever and ever and ever. But bringing soccer here to the soccer's been here to the States. But he really is making people here in the U.S. very, very excited about the sport who weren't before.
No doubt. I think it's a perfect time of the year, too. If it was another month, it would really be a little bit different. There's just football around. But now, I mean, the people just love it. They can't get enough of it. Like you just said, $12,000 for seats.
Insane.
Crazy. Like you said, $12. I know somebody who was giving tickets away in the beginning of the season. I was at a New York Prime. Just had a stack of them.
The $12 was a joke, but
that's about what
I
they
don't
were.
know what they were going for. But
they were about
I
$30.
thought we were talking like nosebleed type of seats, where like $12, $20, something like that. And now that he's here, I mean, look at the price that we've been talking about it for the past, month or so. Not just the finals here. It's the whole month. It's been
everybody loves the winner
up there. Yeah,
everybody loves the winner. No, this guy.
Well, and him, I think he would have a draw even if they were, maybe 500. With him being here.
Yeah, you want to see him? He's a legend.
Yeah,
and he's been around for a long time. And he's done great. It's been great for, obviously, the community, for the franchise, for soccer. People are looking forward to it. I'm sure if they win it all, there'll be a parade.
Well, and that's why, that's kind of a telling sign, too, from what you're saying with your friends up there, right? Because, I mean, down here, well, we're near Miami. We're kind of close to it. I know West Palm's an hour and a half, whatever, but the idea is we're fairly close to it. There, they're way from it, to an extent.
Yeah, it was him. They were big soccer fans, and they drove and they went. I mean, it's whatever. It's 45 minutes from Philly to Manhattan, but they went and they said they spent a lot for tickets, but they saw him, and that's all they cared about, and they had a good time. And if you got people driving like that, and that's what they thought when they signed him, that other franchises would be sold out, and that's why every team in the league is paying part of his salary.
That's why,
and it's working out.
Yep.
So it's a win-win everywhere. For everybody's making money, and then also when he gets done,
your buddy had to look at Chester, Pennsylvania. Where's that?
I didn't know. And then he's also going to get. He got awarded a piece of a new franchise that they're going to have when the soccer team comes out. So he gets a piece of it. So all around, he's making money.
Oh yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah, I mean,
and so is the league. So I mean, it's like you said, it's a win-win for all the different teams. I mean, even if he beats you, I mean, it's still helping your team out.
Yeah, he beats you. It's almost better because it keeps it going. I mean, it really is. Now the finals would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
He's making $60 million in salary. Then he's got the downloads, and he's got the franchise, and then he's got money he's getting for an apparel for every stadium. Forget it. He needs 3 calculators or 2 phones. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday. Franny, Florida stories, do we have anything?
Yeah, well, even a threatening text message can land you in jail. I'll let you know what this one said, and then we have a Florida deputy who did something very inappropriate, and then a car rental company at Palm Beach International Airport. Well, they got booted out, and I will let you know why when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
Be like the smart kids, like the summa cum laude of your workplace.
What?
Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Check in with the Florida Highway Patrol. We are accident-free from Boca to Jupiter now. 15-minute ride, southern to PGA. And just keep in mind, Clematis Street remains shut down till the end of September for roadwork construction. This is between Dixie and Olive. I'm Joel Mal.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
We'll have the story of President Theodore Roosevelt, plus the story of the 2 men who ended red traffic light camera violations. Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Hey, it's the Greek. This week's supposed to be the hottest week in South Florida. Do you think your AC is ready for another round of record-breaking heat? You better hope so, because 95 outside, no AC inside is like 140. Have Filter by HVAC Solutions on speed dial. That's my recommendation this week. Usually I give you games in the NFL. Now I'm telling you, have Filter by HVAC Solutions on speed dial. 855-4FL-HVAC. That's 855-4FL-HVAC. Have them on speed dial. Also, 24-hour emergency service at your fingertips. Hit their website, filterbyhvacsolutions.com. Read reviews by customers who were happy. August will bring record heat and you want to be cool. Call Filter by HVAC Solutions today. 855-4FL-HVAC. With Filter by HVAC Solutions, keeping you cool is a breeze. Peace.
It's a beautiful day at the grocery store. The shopper is rounding the end cap. Uh-oh, looks like there's some spilled tomato sauce. Here comes the slide. Oh, that's going to leave a mark, Bob. Talk about a curveball.
Clean up on aisle 5.
At Morgan & Morgan, we know injuries can come out of left field. As America's largest injury law firm, we've recovered over $15 billion for our clients. If you've been injured in an accident, call Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Why sell your car at WeBuyAnyCar.com? Because selling it yourself can be, well, you know.
Okay, I'll give you half now.
And?
No, and just half.
What? Avoid the hassle. Come to We Buy Any Car instead. Get in, get out, and get paid at a fair price.
Yeah, I can't do half. I could probably bump it up to like 50%.
Just go.
Okay.
Get your free online valuation now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
When a cold comes on strong, Knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We've got a partly cloudy sky as we move through our Thursday. We will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Slow-moving storms and heavy downpours could lead to isolated flooding in a few spots. It's also nice and hot out there with temperatures back near the low 90s, and with the humidity, it could feel close to 100 throughout the day.
This report is sponsored by Florida Power and Light.
I'm Jennifer, and I live in the panhandle of Florida. I think it's great that FPL has the free energy tool. You can actually teach yourself about your energy usage.
Visit fpl.com/energy manager for more information.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
Yeah, I got somewhat of a dump. I can't really complain, but we've been celebrating. As you know, Sharon and I went to Palm Springs, went to a real nice dinner over the weekend, celebrating our 30th anniversary. We normally don't do big celebrations, but this has been quite a few nights. We had the deal made that we're not buying each other gifts. We've got some financial things that some goals that we're going for,
Sure.
you know? So I wake up this morning, right here on my desk, there's a card that says, "You're my favorite husband." And in it, she wrote something very loving. And there's a photo of this black ring in it. And it says, "You made my life extraordinary. This picture is of a black diamond ring I ordered, but it hasn't arrived yet. I don't know if you'll wear it, but we can always return it." So I guess I got to go shopping today. And today's our anniversary day. What a bunch of crap.
Lex and Terry weekdays 7 p.m. till midnight on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. An iHeart radio station. Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
I feel like I walk like Joe Biden now, and I dance like Donald Trump. So I feel like I've got a little bit of Americana in me everywhere I go.
Lex and Terry weekdays 7 p.m. till midnight on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. An iHeart radio station. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you are. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1, 101.7, or of course that absolutely free iHeart radio app. Happy Thursday to you. This is Franny. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello and good morning.
And good morning, Greek.
Good morning, Francis. Nice to see you. Good morning, Jimmy.
Hello, hello.
And it's time for some Florida stories.
Florida.
Florida. Did you say
Florida. I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
So even if it's in a text form, threats will get you landed in jail. And that's what happened to 66-year-old Pamela Smith Dillon. I guess she doesn't really like her roommate that much. So she was sending one of their neighbors text messages, not necessarily her roommate, but sending her neighbor messages about her roommate, and was just saying that I'm going to pick up a gun and bleep and kill him if he's not out of here soon. I want him out of here. I don't like him as a roommate. Like, things are not going well.
But was it a real threat, you think, or just figure of speech?
Text the message again, said, serious, not kidding.
Uh-oh. There it is. There I answered the question.
I'm going to bleep him, kill him in his sleep.
Wow.
Yes. So, of course, the neighbor who she was texting it to took that threat very seriously because she said serious, not kidding. And so the cops went over there, the MCSO Sheriff's Office, and they were talking with her, and she was like, yeah.
Well, the proof's in there.
I said, I did. I text that. You guys can see that, and this is how I feel. So good thing they did get her out, not him out. I'm hoping that there's going to be some kind of restraining order. They're going to figure out something because I have a feeling if she goes back and lives with her roommate again, she may want to kill him. But they said that she's been telling him for days. This is not just one incident that she was going to shoot him and kill him while he was sleeping. If I am that person who lives with her, I'm moving out, is what it is.
You think?
Yes. I love that she was just like, well, you know, I was just when they're asking her when she arrested her about making the threatening comments, she noted that she advised that she was just talking to a friend about it.
She's probably just throwing it out there.
She was just talking.
Yeah, everybody threatens people every once in a while just to whack them.
Just goes to prove that once again, once you put it in print,
yep,
it can't come back.
And she is facing a felony charge for sending written or electronic threats to kill. That's a felony.
Mm-hmm. Wow. And is it a felony if you threaten somebody and somebody else hears it? Not that we would have knowledge
because then
of
it's
that.
hearsay at that point.
Right?
You got to prove, maybe. I don't know.
All right, so the best way to do is threaten somebody.
Yeah, via text if you want them to go to jail.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
No, I'm saying the best way to threaten somebody is in person. You know what I mean?
Oh,
yeah. If you don't want to go to jail.
Yeah, so there's no proof.
Yeah.
Make sure they're not videotaping you or anything.
You got your video
Make sure
on?
they're not filming you on their phone. Yep. And then, shame on this deputy. Seminole County Sheriff's Office deputy was arrested. It looks like Deputy Sheriff Andrew Easy for me to say.
Send it to me. I'll show you.
Bergfist was arrested last night on charges of sexual battery and false imprisonment. So he was booked into the Johnny Pope Correctional Facility. And they said that they were going to initiate the process of terminating him. You hear why, right? Because of sexual battery and false imprisonment. Yeah, definitely terminate that cop. There was a criminal investigation that was done after receiving a complaint that he inappropriately touched a woman in a sexual manner during a traffic stop. The deputy sheriff did not return to the patrol shift after the complaint. So they heard about it. He was like, he probably knew it was coming. He was like, I'm not going to go back to work. So then he was suspended.
I'm not going back to work.
Yeah. So,
like it's going to go away.
Yeah. Obviously said, listen, we have zero tolerance for this type of behavior, regardless of who commits it. Upon learning of these serious allegations, our office acted swiftly, and the investigation ultimately resulted in his arrest. Sheriff's Office tries to build trust with our community, and when somebody is so down and dirty like that's not what they said, we do not let anyone undermine that trust. It is our oath and responsibility to uphold the law and support victims of these crimes, including this one person. Now, detectives are looking at footage from other traffic stops initiated by him because they believe that he did it once. He could probably has done it before.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Probably people didn't want to press charges.
And they're asking if you've had any inappropriate contact with Bergfist or any other deputy to please contact the Seminole County Sheriff's Office. Then next up, and you're with the Florida. It's not their fault, but they did get in trouble. But who got more in trouble was this rental car company. This happened at Palm Beach International Airport. So 2 people were detained by sheriffs, deputies, and TSA agents. The reason why is they were as a father and son. And they landed in a private plane, la-ti-da, right? And they rented a car from a rental company called Go Rentals. And so the Go Rentals met them at the tarmac. But instead of leaving the airport, the father and son went the wrong way. They went the wrong direction and started driving all the way to the commercial gates. Like they are driving where they should not be driving, where planes are trying to take off at. So airport officials were like, what are you doing? And they had to stop them. And they did, thank goodness. But as I mentioned, they were detained. But they issued a statement that they blamed the incident on that Go Rentals car company for not escorting the rental car off of the property or giving them exact directions on
which way to
how
go.
the hell to get out of there. So they
Could
said,
be tricky.
Yeah, I'm
If
sure.
you don't know where you're going in any airport.
Yeah. They probably just put in the GPS and was just like following it, and it kind of took them a wonky way. But I guess, I don't know what happened, but they said a spokesperson for the airport said because of that one incident, Go Rental's permit to operate at the airport has been revoked.
Ooh.
That sucks.
Oh, wow. So they are
at fault.
Putting the blame on them.
Yes, they are, and they are no longer able to rent have their car rental company at the airport over there in Palm Beach.
Wow, that's an expensive mistake. That's good. They're out of business. And obviously, at an airport, it's one of the best places to rent cars, or probably the best place. And they're out of it just because it is one individual went the wrong way.
Yep, and thank God somebody, a spokesperson there, was like, listen, these incidents are very rare, but also something pilots prepare for and are trained to avoid. So I guess pilots have to be trained to avoid cars.
Yeah. Don't worry about what's up
Sure.
in the air. When you land, there could be a car there.
They don't close their eyes when they're taxiing. I mean,
That's very true.
they can look out and see.
No, they don't close their eyes and say, hey, blindfold, let's do this.
But the part that I don't understand is how there's an area where it goes from the rental cars where they can get out to the taxiways and into the runways. That seems weird.
The rental car met them at where their private plane landed. So was it necessarily like you had to go to where the rental car company was, where they have them at airports? They had the car there meet them because they were flying private.
Fair enough. Still seems kind of weird.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
When a lot of the planes, when they fly private like that, they would bring your car right to you.
Well, that's what they said. They met them at the tarmac.
You just walk right downstairs. It's there.
Mhm.
If you make a wrong turn, you're on the runway.
That's what happened with them. And
Thank God nobody got hurt.
That is your with the Florida.
Great job, Francis. We do it twice a show at 11:05 and 1:05. You guys give us the Florida stories. We get them back to you. And we never run out, thanks to this great state of our every day. It's something different, bizarre, and crazy. 877-927-6969. That is the number to call. Would you take advice from basically a computer telling you what to do with your life? If you have a thought on that, let us know. And what is the age that you think is old? Has it changed in your mind over the years?
Speaking of AI and computers, I had this article, I don't know, maybe from last week or so. Would you want to know what people are lying to you? Would you want to be a human lie detector? Or just live in La La Land?
We usually know when somebody's yanking you a little bit.
Yeah.
You got some kind, little, not always, but a little.
Some people are pretty good at lying.
Especially in the bedroom.
God, man, that would suck though in the bedroom too if they were lying in every time.
You faked it?
You had a lie detector. You were, you were a human lie detector, and you knew that. Man, that must be crushing.
That was on Jerry Seinfeld with Elaine. Jimmy, I don't know if you ever saw that one when she told him, she was, I faked it every time.
Oh, yeah. Fake. Fake.
Yep.
Yeah.
He goes, the moaning? Fake.
Yeah, but it was when she was with Jerry.
Yeah.
Specifically.
Oh, yeah.
If he said that, I'm sorry, I didn't pick up on that. But they were talking about, so you faked it when we were together? Yes, of course I did.
I assume
every time,
everybody-
Fake. The moaning, yes.
Yeah. I assume everybody's faking it.
But yeah, so there's some AI-powered glasses, what they call augmented reality devices, that will give humans the superpower to detect lies and read emotions of people. And I'm curious to see how accurate this is. So it's this guy from Devin, Liddell, principal futurist at Teague, said the computer vision system built into these headsets or glasses will pick up emotional cues that an augmented human eyes and instincts cannot see. So it will let people know if their date is lying or is sexually aroused, along with spying a lying politician. And we just assume, right? All of them are.
But you don't have to wear them with that.
But I know it's interesting. It says that this augmented reality merges with AI. Humans will gain sensory superpowers, which will transform the social landscape.
Certain areas it wouldn't be bad. Like if you were talking to your boss, and he's like, hey, you're talking to him.
You're like, hold on a second. Let me put on these glasses to see if you're lying to me.
No, but say you're like, hey, you think there's going to be any increase? Hey, we're going to do everything we can. Wrong. The bedroom would hurt. Because I think the bedroom
and it would be weird that you're putting on glasses in the bedroom, too. Yeah. Just keep taking them off.
Oh,
yeah.
Just take them off.
Hang on, honey.
That might affect the relationship. But, yeah, I don't know. If you know every single time, you go up to somebody, you're like, hey, how does this outfit look? What do you think is this?
Yeah, but they say that it really politics and stuff like that. But they say this is really going to help you in the dating scene because you can tell if a person is nervous, calm, interested, or annoyed by you.
Yeah.
Are there markers that suggest they're being untruthful? Are there indicators that suggest that they're attracted to you? So, and I mean, this is going to be great in all aspects if you want to bust a liar. But yeah, they say specifically, probably going to see a lot of people wearing these on first dates.
It also could hurt. It could hurt your feelings.
Well,
I mean, definitely could hurt your feelings. I mean, without a doubt. But if you don't care like that, it's like that movie with Mel Gibson when he could. What was it? He could hear everything that everybody was saying. Women.
What women want?
Yeah.
I think it's something like that.
It is, yes.
Yeah. You could see that. I mean, it's good and bad, like everything else. I mean, again, in a way, it's good you take everything out, but it could hurt your feelings.
I'd be curious how you mentioned it, and I would too. I'd be very curious at how accurate it is. I mean, is it if I'm not mistaken? I mean, we've gotten pretty good at lie detectors. I mean, where law enforcement uses it, that's still not admissible in court, correct?
Nope.
Because it can be beaten or it can be faked or whatnot. So you got to kind of wonder. I mean, if we still can't do that to where it could be admissible in court, how accurate is this going to be?
I mean, you hear lawyers a lot of times say it when they're talking to the media. Like my client will even take a lie detector test, but you can't put in the case.
No.
But it just adds, like if there's jury pool out there, maybe they're looking to get somebody. Like, Jimmy's so honest about this, he'll take a lie detector test.
I just, I don't know. And maybe it is. Maybe it's perfectly, and maybe one day we'll see where this makes it so that it is admissible. I don't know. I don't mean to downplay it. It's just kind of.
And we're just at the beginning of this. We who knows what's going to happen with it? But AI, I guess, is already showing some promise when it says reading people's emotions, which I didn't know that Zoom introduced, or they're going to be. It's called a sentiment analysis into trial products where machines read what people are feeling and what they are saying based on their expressions. And that's even via a Zoom. Yeah. Wow. So a lot of people are getting into emotion reading, these tech companies.
So you could be like on a Zoom call with somebody at work and they come up with a concept. And you're like, that's awesome. And all of a sudden the guy's looking on his desk and goes, you're lying, Joe.
Actually, I hate this idea. I think it's dumb.
This sucks. Yeah, you might not be able to fake it anymore with your boss.
Man, you're screwed. No more lying, man.
That will stop them.
Technology. I know, but everybody will know. Everybody will know.
Like they don't now.
That's true. That's true. You're right.
Oh, my God. I miss you so much. I was just going to call you. I had my phone. I was texting you, but I don't keep numbers on my phone, so I was texting you. I love it every time.
That's true. Now get this. This is how, even when it comes to dating, this is, well, so I'll let you know this little tidbit. They said that they've been doing a lot of research and studies, and even since like 2016, where research claimed that a neural network could identify criminals from a picture of their faces, and that accuracy was 89.5%. Just from the look of their faces.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? But the one of the guys here said that the future when it comes to dating, daters might be able to gauge the financial well-being of their date and even their fertility in the future by simply looking at them.
Wow.
Isn't that nuts?
You're out of eggs.
Oh my God. It is crazy that, and even their
I'm not walking past
even their financial well-being.
Wow. That's brutal.
It is.
My God.
No more like talking and getting to know somebody. You just put on these glasses and you're like, all right, you're in or you're out.
You go to the restroom, you don't come back. You're sitting there. What happened? She was just here. We're having a good conversation.
The future is going to be nuts.
How you doing financially? I'm all right. I'm pretty good.
Maybe I don't want those 50 years.
I know. We're married. We're fine. If you're single, it's like, oh, man.
Yeah, but everything else, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it just, I don't know. No. Yeah, well, and along the same lines, you want to talking about AI and what it can detect. How about this? On your pros and cons list for AI, add this to a con side. Now it can steal your passwords by listening to you.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, they're finding a way. A team at Cornell found out it's possible by training an AI to do it. What it does is basically, if you're sitting there, let's say, here, picture this scenario. You're at a Starbucks, right? A very common scenario, right? You're at a Starbucks and you're typing away on your laptop, let's say. Somebody can be maybe a table over with this AI algorithm on their phone with a microphone, and it picks up your typing.
Okay.
And it can determine by, I think it was 95% accuracy, it can tell what letters you're typing as you type them.
Wow. That's scary.
Because of how quickly it might be, because how quickly you go to them, and it can determine each one. Like a Z is a little harder to get to than an A, or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I a couple of silly examples, but apparently, again, 93% or 95% accuracy. They did it over Zoom, and it came up with a 93% accuracy.
Ooh.
So the idea is, if you're sitting there typing in passwords to whatever account of yours, don't log into your banking, don't log into something where it can hack into your emails or something like that, because they can find out. Not only just like it'll detect what the letters are, it doesn't just kind of get its way in, where it'll know the actual. Yeah, no, just again, I understand. Hey, I can be good for some things, but boy, some of this stuff is just making you wonder. Like every day, we keep hearing more and more stuff where it can be detrimental.
Well, in our society, the way it's changing is everything's on your phone, everything's on computer. It's no more really do you call anymore or whatever. And when you're going to the bank, everything.
But even something like this, like you wouldn't think you're not utilizing AI. No. You're not utilizing something. You're just doing what you normally would do.
You're hanging out,
and they're finding ways to get around it, or they're just even as simple of the way our phones listen to us.
Yeah.
I mean, I realize like you don't use a lot of social media, let's say, Greek. I mean, again, that's not an insult, it's just the way it is for you. Yet your phone is still picking up stuff and sending you advertisements in certain ways,
crazy.
right? It's and you're kind of isolated from some of it. So even if you try to stay isolated from it, it can still get info from you.
It blows my mind.
And it's scary. It can be. Yeah. It's like you really just got to keep your head on the swivel and make sure that you're, protecting yourself as much as possible.
Blows my mind. The other day, I went to go look at a couch at Z Gallery, and I've been nothing for 4 days. I've been getting everything couches, and I'm like, where? I didn't put anything in. I put in Z Gallery, obviously, but just it's crazy how it just keeps coming at you.
Yep.
And it's just. You don't understand it.
It doesn't even have to be something that you search. It's I've had a couple of things, and we used to sit there and go, how does it know? How does it know? Because it can hear you, and it just picks up on that, and then it sends out algorithms to match whatever that is, and it's just mind blowing.
But even like things that I will search on my personal phone, they will pop up on my work device.
Sure. Yep.
Yeah. Which is.
Like,
crazy.
I understand if it's on my home Mac, whatever, it's all in the cloud, and I understand that, but I'm mind blown that it's that they'll pop up on my work device too.
Somehow it's attached to you, and it knows.
It's crazy.
And on your work device.
Yeah.
Have you
and I'm
ever
not talking about social media. I'm talking about regular, like websites, news websites. Well, they'll have the ads on the side.
Right. That's what.
Yeah, it's crazy. I don't get it.
It's just the way it is.
I know.
It does blow your mind. Like I said, I went to go look at a couch, and the next day, every single day, like everything was coming in couches. And I'm like, what the hell?
But you might have been talking to somebody about couches, or the other thing, too, that it does is because your phone tracks you.
Yeah.
So your phone knows where you are at all times. So it knows you're at a store that sells couches. So now it's going to bombard you with advertisements for furniture or whatever. Pick whatever it is. You can.
And I was talking to somebody about couches.
Yeah.
2 people.
Yeah.
And next day, it's like, and I said, where the hell is this coming from? But it just happens.
The tracking is the other thing, too, that it's just when you sit and think about what it can do, and it knows. And, I said, I had that story, about 4 months ago, where 2 different people, they turned their phone off, and then another person had a phone that had no internet connection at all. And they drove around a certain 20-mile radius or whatever, right? And the phone that had no internet at all knew more places to where that phone was than the one with internet.
Wow.
It was mind-boggling, and both phones were turned off.
Yeah,
but it's still new.
Yeah,
but it's still new, even without internet service.
Yeah, I still find it mind-blowing. Like on a weekend, I get up and it'll show where I'm going, first place.
Oh, yeah, every day. Because it's a routine. If you do it all the time, mine tells me how many minutes it's going to tell me to get to work every day. Even in the morning, it'll tell me how long it's going to take me to go to the gym. I mean, it knows. It knows everything.
But I'm saying on Sunday, I usually go to a different place. It's only one day a week that I because 6 days a week I come here.
Yeah, but you go to the same place every Sunday.
Yeah, but it's still
but it knows because it's routine. Yeah,
it's just crazy.
Yeah, but you do it every Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow. Like, oh, my God. I mean, you look around, you follow me or what? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, your phone is following you. It's with you at all times.
Yeah. It is the Penthouse. It is a Thursday. Don't forget, coming up, you pick a ticket at 11:45. Rob Zombie or a Smashing Pumpkins. We'll come back with a trifecta, and I'll tell you about an NBA player who's selling wine in China. We'll be back. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
We had a woman who freaked out in South Africa, took off her thong and put it on her face. It was very impressive. I've never seen a human being take a thong off so fast.
I have.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Introducing Audible's new original series, Breakthrough, the first of its kind audio-only singing competition featuring celebrity judges Kelly Rowland and Sarah Bareilles, with host Daveed Diggs. Hear who has what it takes. Listen on Audible or wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 and Turnpike are looking good. We are accident-free throughout Palm Beach County. We do have a crash, Lantana Road westbound. This is just east of Military Trail, and right lane blocked there from a crash. I'm Joel Mountain.
This report is sponsored by Our American Stories.
We'll have the story of President Theodore Roosevelt, plus the story of the two men who ended red traffic light camera violations. Be sure to listen to this week's edition of Our American Stories on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, Sir Greek, this week's supposed to be the hottest week in South Florida. Do you think your AC is ready for another round of record-breaking heat? You better hope so, because 95 outside, no AC inside is like 140. Have Filter by HVAC Solutions on speed dial. That's my recommendation this week. Usually I give you games in the NFL. Now I'm telling you, have Filter by HVAC Solutions on speed dial. 855-4FL-HVAC. That's 855-4FL-HVAC. Have them on speed dial. Also, 24-hour emergency service at your fingertips. Hit their website, filterbyhvacsolutions.com. Read reviews by customers who were happy. August will bring record heat, and you want to be cool. Call Filter by HVAC Solutions today. 855-4FL-HVAC. With Filter by HVAC Solutions, keeping you cool is a breeze. Peace.
Florida home insurance options are thinning faster than your father-in-law's hairline. So before you end up with less coverage than his bald spot, visit Open House Home Insurance, an online first home insurance solution that is here to stay. With an insurance group that's been serving Floridians for over 25 years. Get a quote at openhouseinsurance.com. Administered by Frontline Insurance Managers Incorporated and underwritten by First Protective Insurance Company. See openhouseinsurance.com for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In office, West Palm Beach.
Are you tired of sweating in your own home? Then it's time to call Air Around the Clock. Air Around the Clock is the largest Rheem dealer in South Florida with 135 trucks on the road every day. If your wife is hot, call us at 888-FIX-MY-AC.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep, and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number.
It's the biggest sale of the year. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Lowe's knows how to save pros time and money. Right now, take up to 40% off select bathroom vanities. Plus, get free local truck delivery. Lowe's knows pros. Offer valid 8/10 through 8/23 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Heard of the job? Dial pound 529 on your cell. Pound law, that's all.
This is Super Bowl champion Alfred Williams. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Dolphins and Texans are scheduled to get after it again today with the second of 2 joint practices this week. They meet in the preseason on Saturday. The NFL preseason weekend kicks off tonight with the Eagles hosting the Browns. Then there are 2 games tomorrow with the Bengals in Atlanta and the Giants home to Carolina. The Marlins dropped the rubber game of their series with Houston. Jesus Luzardo gave up 5 runs in the first. He takes the loss. I'm Matt McCoy.
The superbly versatile all-electric EQB from Mercedes-Benz. It's impressively techy and surprisingly roomy with available seating for up to 7. The vehicle is all electric. The feeling is all Mercedes. Learn more at mbusa.com/EQB.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tony Evans, and I'm excited to have you join me on this new podcast, Heroes in the Bible.
Come to me, boy. You and your God will crumble beneath my feet.
He beckoned the giant and said,
I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts and creator of the stars.
Listen to Heroes in the Bible with Dr. Tony Evans on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
Hey, we have a morning dump up there. Let's go ahead and go to it.
He's calling from Pittsburgh.
No, he's calling from Keystone Heights. He has narrowed it down. He didn't even want none of Jacksonville. This is Keystone Heights. Brian, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? I just wanted to talk about something pertaining to window cleaning.
All right.
So basically, a lot of people don't realize, like they don't pay any second thought to what window cleaners do and stuff. You see a lot of things.
It was us paying second thoughts for like the last 10 minutes.
Yes.
This is his dump.
Sorry.
Well, I didn't mean you guys. I just meant like regular people.
Yeah.
They just see people clean the windows. They're just like, oh, what's this guy doing,
Yes.
But once you see him cleaning windows, you kind of know what's up. You know what I'm saying, Brian?
Yeah.
I mean,
anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out to Fish Window Cleaning in Orange Park.
Oh, there you
Florida.
go. All right.
Got all those high rises in Keystone Heights.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. Hey, man, he's looking.
This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday. I hope you're having a good day and staying cool, because it's hot as you know what out there. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good morning.
Francis is here.
Hey, what's going on?
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
All right, the Yankees got swept. If you missed this opportunity to bet the Braves the last 3 nights, you missed something big, because the Braves tuned the Yanks 3 games in a row. And for the first time this late in the season, the Yankees are below 500. The last time they were below 500 this time of the year was 1995. Yanks definitely have some drama. There's talk about changes of the coach and the GM. And next year, will it be Manley and Jeter? At least that's what the fans are saying. I don't know if that's going to happen. But the Yankees do have some big problems. They have some problems with starting pitching and also their bats. They just don't hit. Looks like they're out there using wiffle ball bats. There's preseason week 2. Remember, there's only 3 now, so this is really the one where you might see a lot of starters. And tonight, it is the Browns taking on the Eagles. Who would bet on preseason? Come on. Eagles are favored tonight. I probably might take the Browns. James Harden played in the NBA for years, plays with the Sixers, but does not want to be with the Sixers anymore. Has big problems with the GM. Went public with it this week. But also this week, he's in China, and he's selling his wine. He has a wine, and it's $60 a bottle, and he sold 10,000 bottles in a few minutes over in China this week. So maybe if James Harden keeps selling the wine, he won't have to play for the Sixers, because that would be very hard on James. And we don't want his mental issues to bother him or him to have any aggravation because he's making $40 million a year, and that's tough, James. So I hope you can see selling your wine and everything works out. Problems, problems, problems. And that is your lunchtime trifecta. Peace.
Well, speaking of problems, here's a city that has problems coming up. It's a small town in Minnesota, and the town is called Goodhue. And apparently, city officials had to meet on Monday night to discuss what they're going to do because the entire police force resigned. Now, it was a small town, and it's a small police force, so take that into consideration.
Like how many are we talking on the force? Does it say?
Police Chief John Smith, another officer who would be full-time, and then 5 part-time officers.
Okay.
So, again, small, pretty small, right? Yeah. So, you got 7 people in total. Goodhue Mayor Ellen Anderson Buck said Smith and his officers will be employed until August 24th, and after that, their cases will be handed over to the Goodhue County Sheriff's Office. So, it looks like they're going to have to recruit the county sheriffs to come in and help them out for a little bit, saying, I want to reiterate that we will have police coverage in the city of Goodhue. During a city council meeting on July 26, Smith sounded the alarm, and this is again going back to the police chief, saying that they're having recruitment problems. There's nobody coming in, right, because the pay is so low. He told the city council that the current pay of $22 an hour for officers was not competitive. He told city officials that small cities like Goodhue are losing potential recruits to cities, and he himself had multiple offers that week alone.
Wow.
City officials now recognize that this is obviously going to be a problem, so they're going to have to get together and figure out what they want to do. A lot of times I've even seen myself, coming kind of from small town USA, that, when these cities can't afford, their police departments like that, they just, they hire out to like state police or county. So they might end up just, sticking with the county. And the problem with that obviously is coverage, and having, response times kind of gets a little lower there. I'm not trying to knock the police, but, when it's just the way it is. A lot of times, I know in small towns and in like New Jersey, it's like that too. But
and you would think it'd be more if they had to hire outside. You know what I mean? And go get a private thing to come in and monitor it and watch it as opposed to what they're paying.
Oh, well, that would. Oh, if they got like a security force type thing,
or if they went to the county, but I guess they're getting paid by the county, so then they lose the whole thing.
A lot of times it's less expensive that way because then you don't have to have a police station, cars, and a jail or whatever kind of processing, a clerk, that type of stuff. It usually makes it a little less expensive for some of those smaller towns, and that's why you'll see them.
But like you said, the time will be a lot different.
Usually, that hurts response times.
Sure,
right?
Because how much can they cover?
Yeah,
they got the whole county.
Exactly.
So
or stadies. There's a lot of towns, small towns like Mansfield Township in New Jersey that they use the state police department, or state police troopers.
Yeah,
and again, they're not far away. It's not that bad, but
it's not
still,
the same response.
You're better off having your own force.
Yeah, that's not good. That's definitely not a good situation. And hopefully they can find the money to give these people.
Maybe they will. I mean, I think it's one of those things that they've kind of turned a blind eye to it for a little while, but, this might open it for them. And maybe they can turn around and get those guys to come back for them and give them a little bit of a bump in salary.
Yeah, you would hope so.
Yep.
Because you definitely want to feel safe, no matter what. Jersey Shore, whether you're a fan or not, that has been on for years, and I still can't believe that it's still on.
It's still on?
Yeah. It just cracks me
I had
up.
no idea.
I thought it went away for a little bit.
I think it did go away, but
okay.
Yeah.
They're back. And Paulie D is the DJ who makes the most out of all of them. They all make fun of him because he makes so much money. But the last year episode, he's making $200,000 an episode. That is a ton. These kids started.
Does he make more? And I know he makes more because he's a DJ, but he also makes more per episode than any other person on there?
By far.
Really?
By far, yeah. He makes.
Is it because he does so well as a DJ and they think that he's got more fame and clout behind his name?
Yeah,
I mean, I thought Snooki would take it.
No, they say he makes the most. There was an article I read about him. And just small world. One of my buddies bumped into him or knows him through somebody, but the amount of money he said he makes for DJing is unbelievable. And then I guess the situation was off the show for a while, so he was like the main guy out of the boys that were there. But they said it started like they were making like $5,000 an episode years ago. And
when there were nobodies.
Yeah.
Well, and then that usually happened.
Yeah. But to me personally, that's a ton of money for him to get for that show.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what they get for stuff like that. I mean, you hear like Friends way back in the day. I mean, they broke the barrier with $1 million an episode type stuff. So but you got to kind of I don't know what is it going going salary nowadays.
But you can't compare Friends to Jersey Shore. I mean, Jersey Shore, it's on MTV. They had millions of
MTV
people.
still exists? I'm just kidding.
Yeah, they had
I saw that they
millions
were
of-
having their VMAs, they announced, and some pretty big bands, I think like Foo Fighters and stuff. And I was just like, do they even play music videos? I don't even know what channel MTV is on these days.
No.
I have no idea. Back in the day when I watched it was channel 30.
Yeah.
But I don't know, but they still have the Video Music Awards. And who plays videos?
I don't know, but MTV doesn't have
YouTube?
nowhere near the viewers that big stations have. But to me, it was a lot of money, $200,000. God bless him that he's making that kind of money, and people are still consuming it and watching it, or maybe they just need filler to fill in their thing. But I always thought it was a lot. Yeah, they said their first year they made like $5,000 or $3,000. Some of the people on the cast, but he is the highest paid by. They were on Bravo one night too, and they were saying who's the highest paid. They all pointed to Paulie, and that he is the highest paid. Now he's all over the place. I know he's playing the Hard Rock. September 1st.
I'm sure he's probably played that Dare nightclub, pool party, daytime, whatever, a few times. I know they have a few clubs, yeah.
Yeah, but I was like, wow, $200,000. Good for you, bro. He's got enough money he can buy his own gel company because I know he's big with the gel. But I was just surprised. I thought 200. I thought maybe 50 an episode would be a lot, but 200,000.
I saw 150, but it's still too much money. Either way. Yeah. And staying on the celebrity tip while we're at it, we'll have our little celebrity news going on. Pauly D, I don't know if you saw, but Britney Spears is Splitsville with her husband.
And she cheated on him.
Her and Sam, allegations of cheating. We do not know yet, but they said they had a nuclear argument that involved allegations of cheating.
Leave Britney Spears alone right now.
She did it again.
So I guess Sam confronted her over rumors that she stepped out on him. And we don't know if they're based on fact. We have no idea. But they're told that Sam believed it. And the two had a massive fight. So he moved out of the house and is now living in his own place. And they're saying it's only a matter of time before he files for divorce. So I guess not yet, but they're like, yeah, they said that there's been some trouble in their relationship for a few months now, and that he wasn't even sleeping at the house much. But we're told that she has gotten physical with him and blowout fights that include a lot of screaming matches. We will see, but she does have a prenup that's going to protect her assets. So,
and they said he's going to fight that.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard
read
he
that
already
too.
filed. TMZ is reporting he already filed.
Oh, okay. So this what I saw was yesterday.
Yeah.
This is my article from yesterday. Right after work, I saw this. So you could be absolutely right.
Yeah, he filed already, and he's going to contest the prenup. He wants money, or he's going to go out, publicly with a lot of different things.
Yeah, apparently he's got some juicy
Of
details
course
to
he
tell.
does.
But I'm like, what hasn't she put out there? I mean,
I know,
how much
but-
more of a whack job could they make her look like?
Yeah, but we see her crazy moves and the stuff she posts, but we don't know what she says. That's her husband. I am very curious.
Oh, that book's coming out one day.
He has stood by her side. He has been one of her supporters from the beginning and has always defended her. And after this, especially if she cheated on him, we're going to hear some dirt.
Come on, Brittany. What are you doing? I can't believe it.
I want to be invited to
Britney Spears alone right now.
Yep, I want to be invited to that tea party. That sounds fun.
Yeah, they said that her people that are, I guess, in her camp said probably at the end of the day, Brittany will just write him a check, and that'll be it. But yeah, that sucks. And I would never think she would cheat. I don't know. I just figured she'd be loyal.
She did it. The whole Cry Me a River, Justin Timberlake claims, and that she cheated on him. That was what the song is about.
I know, but sometimes you make mistakes.
I can't believe she did. Well, she's done it before.
So things happen.
Things do happen.
You know,
you stand up for those cheaters, G-Man. You be the fight. You be their warrior.
I just like to look at things, real love and harmony and umbrellas and, and
umbrellas, huh?
Stuff like that.
Love harmony
Well,
and
do you
umbrellas.
love the Smashing Pumpkins
Yes!
or Rob Zombie and Alice Cooper? Segue.
Love them all.
Seamless. Give us a call right now, 877-927-6969. We want to give you a chance to win a pair of tickets to see either the Smashing Pumpkins this Saturday, August 19th at I Think Financial Amphitheater, or Rob Zombie's going to be with Alice Cooper next Sunday, August 27th at I Think Financial Amphitheater. You choose which show you want to go to. By the way, you can get all the details and another chance to win these tickets at realradio921.com/contests. But hey, we got a chance for you right now. Give us a call, 877-927-6969. We'll play our classic game, He Said, She Said. I read you a quote, and you just let us know. Did Greek say it? Did Franny say it? Or did I, Jimmy, say it? And it's as simple as that. I see the phone lines are lighting up. I'm going to get some people set up here, and we'll get going here in a minute.
Also, you guys, if you want to go to our website, go to Real TV. You can see Francis, who always looks great, Jimmy, who always looks great, and, of course, me in the studio doing what we do best. And it's always sponsored by Monroe's of Palm Beach. Open 7 days a week with a 5-star menu and beautiful ladies. If you want to watch UFC, that's where you go, Monroe's of Palm Beach. Also, football's coming up. What? That's right. There's no better place to watch football than Monroe's. If your team's losing, you're still a winner because you got a beautiful girl in your huddle.
And I think they're having their Barbie party this Saturday, too.
They are.
Yeah.
Hey, they got a Barbie contest, $500, first prize. What? That's right, $500. You or Ken could be showing up and walk away with $500. Only at Monroe's of Palm Beach. Brittany, how many marriages is this? Is this her fourth?
No, I think it's only her second.
Wasn't she married to that one guy in Vegas? She married?
Yeah. Who else?
And Kevin, wasn't she married to that first
Kevin? Oh, Kevin Federline.
With her kids?
I know. Yeah, you're right. I forgot that they were married.
And then this guy?
Yeah, so.
I thought there was another one, too. Some chef or something. Maybe I'm wrong.
I don't.
Three.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know.
All right, Brittany, come on. What are you doing? Stay out of Boca. How many
Three.
times?
There's three.
This is three.
Yeah.
I should probably get married a fourth time. I think once somebody starts to get married 3-4 times, they don't even care anymore. They lose track. They're like, I'll do it again. It's not a big deal. It's like putting on a pair of jeans, which is not good. I didn't know that they're saying she cheated, but, who knows what happened.
Yeah, it's probably all made up, right, Greek?
You never know.
Yeah, you never know. I guess you never know. All right, let's get going with our contest here. We have our first contestant is Matt. Matt, welcome to the Penthouse. Matt, not from Port St. Lucie.
That's me, brother.
That's you, brother. All right, you interested in going to see the Pumpkins, or would you rather see Rob Zombie with Alice Cooper?
My girl wants to see the Pumpkins, bro.
Pumpkins? All right, buddy. Well, let's see if we can get you set up to go see the Smashing Pumpkins this Saturday at I Think Financial Amphitheater. I'm going to read you a quote, Matt, not from Port St. Lucie, and you got to let us know. Did Greek say it? Did Franny say it? Or did I, Jimmy, say it? Okay?
Gotcha.
All right. Here is your quote. Get out of my personal space right here. This is my box. Get out of my personal space right here. This is my box. Did Greek say that? Did Franny say that? Or did I say that?
Oh, man, that's a tough one. I'm going to say Franny.
Oh, Matt. Oh, sorry. That was Mr. Greek, and it sounded like this.
Get out of my personal space. This is my box right here.
This is my box right
Greek
here.
was so confident I said it. He was pointing at me with 2 fingers, leaning over the desk. Like,
wow.
He thought it was me.
I really did. I'm sorry,
it
sweetest.
was you.
That was Greek's box that he was talking about. All right.
Thank
Sorry
you.
about that, Matt. Next up, we have Joe on the line. Joe, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, Joe.
Joe, how are you today?
I'm good, man.
How long have you been listening to Real Radio?
Since 1991.
Oh,
Wow.
that's it?
Man. That's it.
Joe, great job. Thank you.
You deserve tickets.
Thank you so much for all those years
And
of listening.
aspirins.
We appreciate it. Let's see if we can get you set up. Which show would you prefer to see? Smashing Pumpkins or Rob Zombie with Alice Cooper?
I'm Smashing Pumpkins.
All right, let's see if we can go get you to see the Pumpkins. I'm going to read you a quote, Joe. You just got to let us know.
Yeah.
Did Greek say it? Did Franny say it? Or did I say it? And here is your quote. What should I do with my giblets? What should I do with my giblets? Did Greek say that? Did Franny say that? Or did I, Jimmy, say that?
I'm going to say Franny.
Oh, and... Sorry, that was me.
Oh.
And it sounded like this. That was this one right here. What should I do with my giblets? I had no idea what to do with them. I'm sorry about that, Joe.
I just throw mine out.
No, oh, really?
Yeah, just throw out the giblets.
It's usually what
Yeah.
some people do. Next up, we have Charles on the line. Charles, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hello, thank you.
Charles, how are you today?
Very good, very good.
That's good to hear. Are you a Miami Dolphin fan?
I am.
All right.
Oh.
It's not going to help you with this contest. I just want to see if you're rooting for the Dolphins.
Damn, what the heck? All right, buddy, you fan of the Pumpkins or Rob Zombie with Alice Cooper?
Definitely the Pumpkins. I saw them in Atlanta. They're a great show.
All right, let's see if we can get you set up. They're playing this Saturday at I Think Financial Amphitheater. I'm going to read you a quote. You just let us know, Greek, Franny, or me. Okay, buddy?
Okay.
Let's meet later and we'll whack it out. Let's meet later and we'll whack it out. Did Greek say that? Did Franny say that? Or did I say that?
I hate saying Greek, especially after two Greek ones. But that totally sounds like Greek.
That's right. That was Greek. He wanted to meet later and whack it out.
Let's meet later and we'll whack it out.
And we'll whack it out. All right. Great job, Charles. Now, if you would hang tight, I'm going to put you on hold. When we go to break, I'm going to get back on the line with you off air, get some more info from you, and we will get you set up to go see the Smashing Pumpkins. Okay, buddy?
Great. Thank you.
Nice.
Great job.
That's how you do it right there, kids.
Thank you, Jimmy. Appreciate all your help with the contest. Every day at 11:45, you guys can win a big prize. Tomorrow we're giving away a $100 gift card to New York Prime.
I was looking at TMZ, and you know the latest thing with Drake is where people are throwing brawls on stage at him. So his dad...
He's begging people not to do it.
Did you see his... No, his dad even threw a bra on the stage. And he threw the biggest one ever in a note that read, "Dad's wishing big things for you. I love you, and making sure you're breastfed correctly," is what his dad said. This thing, I have never seen a bra that big, and God bless whatever woman has to wear that because, oh my God, speaking of not wearing a bra, she needs to because... Ooh, those things are huge, but I love it. His name is Dennis, and he threw it on there. But something that he recently did, and G-Man, you probably know better than all of us, a Birkin bag is expensive.
Crazy.
And at his latest tour stop in at the LA Crypto Arena, he gave a lucky fan, as she's singing one of his songs, all of it. Well, everybody's singing, but for once specifically, he picked one lucky young lady and gave her a brand new pink Birkin bag.
Huge money.
While she was, just hanging out in the crowd. They also made sure, they said after he picked out the lucky female, the crowd went nuts. And I would be like, I'm losing my life. What's going on? You're going to get stumbled on. Yeah. But he ordered his security to make sure that she secured the bag safely and got out of there.
That was very nice. Because a lot of people said what you just said, that they were worried that she was going to get jumped.
People get stomped on and for no reason at concerts.
Yeah. And they were worried that she was going to get attacked. And just somebody was going to take the bag.
Cause a stampede.
That's thousands and thousands of dollars.
Yes.
Whether she keeps it or sells it, she's in great shape. I don't know if the next day if I was her, I might sell it because she's going to definitely be able to pay her rent for maybe half a year.
Yeah, you use it for a little bit and then sell it.
And to say Trey gave it to me.
Sell it used. Yes, yeah.
A lot of money. That was very, very nice of him. And then a couple of weeks before that, I think a week before that, he was asking the audience, "My son's here tonight. Don't throw your bras on stage."
Yeah.
He was doing that.
Jimmy, some of these bags go for $37,000.
Yeah. Easy.
I can't wrap my head around that.
I mean, and that's like these Birkin is Hermes, like they, and I'm talking pre-owned, some of them at like $20,000.
Yeah.
And she just gave one lucky SOB.
$40,000.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe the company gave it to him.
$80,000. I'm looking. I mean, God, I cannot imagine carrying that. I wouldn't. I'd be like, I'm getting swiped. Somebody's taking this from me. I mean, I'm going to have this thing. If I ever have a Birkin, which will never happen, it's going to be handcuffed to me when I wear it.
And a lot of people think they're knockoffs.
I wonder if, right? I mean, if somebody, Well, I don't know who this person is that got it. It might be somebody that's affluent. Who knows? But if you're not and you're not in an affluent area, do you look at that and if somebody's out with something like that and you just think that it's a knockoff?
Well, the thing is, with a lot of these bags, a lot of jewelry, different things, the average person doesn't know what it is. So it doesn't have that thing. It doesn't have the, say, notoriety as Louis or Prada, where you see the logo, you're like, wow, that's it. So she might be able to walk around that bag and people might not know. Just like watches.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might not really know. And it could be a watch that's very, very expensive. You look at it, you go, that's a nice watch. Thinking in your mind.
Yeah.
Maybe it's
well, and from a distance, like here to you, I can't see what kind of watch. I know it's an expensive watch, but I'm looking at that. I don't know that.
No. No, my buddy the other night was with me, and he got a new watch, and I thought it was beautiful. It was green leather band, and was a very nice make. I had no clue. When he told me the price, I almost fell off my chair. I mean, but I would have never known, and I don't think anybody would know.
Right.
So I think there are certain things you can walk around with.
True. Good point.
But like
Good point.
cars, you pull up like at a Bentley, you're getting it.
Hard to fake that. That's a knockoff.
Yeah.
It's a knockoff Bentley.
What kind of Bentley is that?
But do you remember back in the day where people were stealing like hood ornaments and stuff like that, and they were putting like BMW ornaments on cars that weren't Beamers?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
You have some
so it did happen.
Friggin' Honda Civic with a with a Rolls Royce emblem on the front of it.
They do it sometimes for Mercedes. They take the numbers off the back and then they put it on another car. So it looks like it's a 450.
Put it on a Lexus,
Well, on a Mercedes, you might think it's a 350. It's a 350, but it's a 450 because it's got the numbers.
Oh, you mean they they stay within the manufacturer?
Yeah.
Okay.
It looks bigger, like a bigger ball. You're like, oh wow, it's not 450. It is the Penthouse. It is going to be lunchtime for you guys, so get some manjada. We'll come back with some fun facts about lollipops. We'll be back.
The fine woman in your smart speaker knows what you need.
Really?
Don't ask how. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Here's traffic on Real Radio.
95 southbound to crash in West Palm. This is just south of Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard. It is off to the right shoulder, so no lanes are blocked there, but you are seeing a minor slowdown in that spot. Off the highway Lantana Road westbound, just east of Military Trail, we have a crash. I'm Joel Mouth.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability. Plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with internet and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, for a limited time only, ask how new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free during the Mobile Made Free event. Call or go online today to learn more. Ends 9/21/2023. Eco-bill and auto-pay required. New 100 megabits per second internet and Security Edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and new unlimited intro mobile service. Other restrictions apply.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire the largest injury firm in the world for your injury case? Lots of people hired us. We've collected over $15 billion and won a lot. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Guys, fellas, men, are you Roman ready for a better sex life? Check out Roman. Roman has medication clinically proven to help you perform in bed. For 20% off your entire first order, go to ro.co/better. That's ro.co/better.
If you've fallen out of love with your home, maybe you just need a refresh. Contact CertaPro Painters and we'll put the power of pro to work for you. That's CertaPro's power to transform living rooms and rejuvenate kitchens. The power to get the job done right, on time, and within your budget. Get that lovin' feeling back with the help of CertaPro Painters. Start your project at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. License information available at CertaPro.com.
Hey, it's the Greek. When you come home and your AC's not working, it's not a great feeling. So what do? You pick up the phone, you got to call somebody who's reliable and will show up and do the job. And I have the place for you. Filter by HVAC Solutions. They'll handle all your AC needs. They'll give you a tune-up, they'll install ACs, repair them, and 24 hours they'll get to you. Filter by HVAC Solutions. Cares about their customers and wants to keep them cool this summer with a 24-hour emergency response. Call today, 855-4FL-HVAC. Stay cool. Call these guys.
We all know the weather can change at the drop of a hat. It's important to be the first to know so you don't get caught driving through the next thunderstorm unprepared. I'm Fox 29 First Alert meteorologist James Whelan. Fox 29 First Alert weather at 10 p.m. We've got you covered.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free, anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We've got a partly cloudy sky as we move through our Thursday. We will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Slow-moving storms and heavy downpours could lead to isolated flooding in a few spots. It's also nice and hot out there with temperatures back near the low 90s, and with the humidity, it could feel close to 100 throughout the day.
This report is sponsored by Verdict with Ted Cruz Podcast.
I'm Ben Ferguson. And I'm Ted Cruz. The appointment of a special counsel to supposedly investigate Hunter Biden is illegal and a blatant cover-up, protecting Hunter and Joe Biden and protecting Merrick Garland.
And we explain why. Download Verdict with Ted Cruz wherever you get your podcasts.
GimmeTheVin.com has made it fast. We've made it easy, and we're the only 5-star BBB rated car dealer out there.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
Have you been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
All right, what's up? Taint Thursday today. Taint will be going out for $10 Lie. One of our favorites. He convinces people to lie for him because he's been out all night and he has to call his girlfriend, which waiting on the other end of the phone is Sarah. And he gets them to vouch for him that he was not out playing around on her.
Hey, hang on, babe, hang on. I stayed out night drinking, and I didn't come home. So my girlfriend I was hanging out with you. She's really mad. Hey, guys. Yeah, she's on the phone right here.
What's going on?
Someone was.
Hey, love, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
Not too bad. I see your libertine got out last night.
Yes, he seems to do that, but I don't know. I try to be a good girlfriend and just stay really chill and let him do what he wants. But I'm trying to believe that he was with the right people.
Oh, he definitely. His appearance isn't that crumpled.
He was with you last night?
Oh yeah, we just kind of did the St. George Street crawl. But you know what?
That's our favorite position.
Exactly. We didn't position. He was just a sincere libertine, and he was kind of drinking, and I kind of drank him under a little bit. So I do apologize for that.
Oh, yeah. He is kind of
Night on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. An iHeart radio station. You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're listening to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1. Don't forget, August 31st, we will have the Gators here for you. And in 101.7, you guys get the Miami Dolphins. So football is right around the corner, less than 2 weeks away, and you'll be hearing football on Real Radio. Jimmy is in the house.
Good afternoon.
Always appreciate you guys listening to us on Real Radio 92.1. And, of course, we can't do the show without her every day. Good afternoon, Francis.
Hello, and good afternoon to you.
And it is time where we do fun facts about lollipops today.
Nope. Fun facts. So we're going to talk a little thrift. It is thrift store day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You ever go thrifting, G-Man?
Yes.
You ever go thrifting, Jimmy?
Yeah.
All right. I enjoy some thrifting, too. And donating to thrift stores.
Which is great.
Yes. So I got some interesting facts, if I can get to it, about thrifting. And there are plenty of good ones. Thrift shop. Merriam-Webster definition of thrift shop is shop that sells secondhand articles and especially clothes and is often run for charitable purposes. Now, the major ones that you may know of are like the Salvation Army. Well, that came to the U.S. in 1879. In 1902, you had Goodwill Industries founded in Boston. In 1919, we finally coined the term thrift shop. Now, the claims are here that a lot of people say that eBay and Craigslist are also places that you can thrift and resell, right? Mm-hmm. Items. eBay's been around since 1995. They both, eBay and Craigslist both started 1995. Same year is when they were founded. I was not aware of that. Sometimes when you thrift, you find some hell of a deals. We talk about it all the time. Fresno, California. A house painter noticed images of Yosemite National Park on glass plates of old photo negatives. And after some negotiations, they bought the whole thing for like $45, those plates, those glass plates, $45. He had a hunch that these images were by an iconic national photographer named Ansel Adams. Well, he finally went to go ask some experts about how much it was, and they said his find was worth around $200 million.
Get out! Are you serious?
$200 million?
Yeah.
That's a lottery story. Jesus, can't believe it. That pissed me off. Wow. My God, $200 million.
Yeah, some experts. Yep.
Imagine the people that sold to him for $45.
CNN
They're
reported.
kicking themselves in the ass.
Oh my God! Right? Is that not insane? They probably had no idea.
But don't you go back to the people and say, "Look, this is worth $200 million."
No.
Not right?
No.
Absolutely not.
I would feel bad.
No.
I couldn't sleep at night.
You made, of course, you're so full of it.
I would go back to them.
You are such a liar. Where are my AI glasses that tell if you're lying or not?
If I bought something for $45 and I got $200 million, I would definitely go back to the people and offer them some money. I would. I really would. I'd be like, here, take a couple million. I got $200 million.
They had no idea what they had. They had no clue, so they don't deserve. I'm just kidding.
Wow.
I kid. I wouldn't.
I've heard of like albums that you get, for a couple of bucks or something. They turn out to be some rare classic and ends up being, maybe even $1 million, but something $200 million for a set of plates. Jeez.
In 2006, there was a thrift shop in Nashville, Tennessee, and there was a find for $2.48. Well, it turned out to be a copy of the Declaration of Independence and sold for $477,650.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Let's go.
What?
Yeah, see, something like that I could say. I mean, that's obviously from that era, though, right? It was a duplicate, but from the era, the 1700s, type thing.
Yep. And there's a lot of things right here with finds, with bargain hunters. So they mentioned like ThredUp, which was founded in 2009. I was not aware of that online thrift store for women and children. 2011, The Real and Poshmark. I utilize both. Also, they're considered thrift websites and apps. And they say a lot of these became very popular and they're starting to notice that not as many people are actually going to the physical stores,
Places.
the storefronts. Yeah.
Buying them just online, like everything else.
Yep, the whole brick and mortar storefronts. I wonder, do they or will they? Do you think like the Goodwill and stuff like that will ever go digital?
Maybe. I mean, who knows?
I'm curious if they do.
If they see less and less people dropping stuff off. There was
Yep.
that one time years ago, Jimmy, I think you remember this. There was a guy who got a jacket from the University of Army, and it had Lombardi's name on it.
Him.
And it was worth a lot of money.
Lombardi's jacket, yeah.
Yep.
When he went to Army.
I got another fine. 2015, a guy named Zach Norris paid $5.99 for a watch at Goodwill. This is in Phoenix. The watch was later discovered to be a rare 1959 Jaeger LeCouture deep sea alarm. I don't know if I'm saying that right. And he ended up selling that for $35,000.
That's good. I'm not going to
Damn.
bang the desk for that. That's good. That's fun. $200 million for the plates? Wow.
Uh-huh. And some fun facts about thrifting. Rewearing clothing reduce waste and pollution. Secondhand clothes are less likely to end up in landfills. Thrift stores make it easier to know where your money is going. Many thrift stores directly support charity, and thrifting clearly is cheaper. Secondhand clothing is often higher quality than comparatively priced clothing. Like if you're shopping at like your Sheins and your Wishes and all that stuff. And then they said on here too, there was one more find that was quite interesting. There was a bargain hunter picked up a $20 blue and white teapot. Well, it turned out to be one of the first pieces of porcelain created in America. It was the work of John Bartlam, a well-known artisan from nearly 250 years ago. They said that teapot sold at auction for $806,000.
How much did he pay for it?
$20.
I'm pissed about that.
And there you go.
That I'm pissed about.
For your
We found the line.
thrift fun facts to piss off Greek.
Oh, my God. I can't believe it. That is unbelievable. It's nice to donate, though. Anytime you have something that you don't need or are not going to use, you should donate. Clothes being the biggest thing.
Yep.
That's something I try to do.
Anything. My husband, I saw, he was about to he bought me a beautiful set of new pots and pans, which we desperately needed, but I was very excited about it. And so we took our old stuff, and I saw him like starting to bring it out with the tray. I was like, what are you doing? I was like, just donate those things, our old pots and pans.
Oh, that's nice.
And he was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I mean, people can use that stuff too.
That's very nice.
It's not just clothing.
877-927-6969. What is the number you get pissed off when you hear somebody with?
I have an idea, and this is not my idea. I actually saw this, so I can't take credit, but I saw this on one of our prep sites, and it was a DJ who had this concept, and I was like, man, I never really heard of that, and it would be cool if we could do it and maybe get some other radio stations involved. Halloween is just around the corner. And we don't think about that. Yeah, we think about clothes and they do stuff for prom dresses and stuff like that. But he was saying, like, if you knew or used, maybe your kiddos grew out some Halloween costumes, you still have them, or maybe you have them on your own, but doing like a donation for Halloween costumes ahead of Halloween for kids who, families who can't afford to get their kids all dressed up in costumes for trick-or-treating this year.
That's nice.
Yeah, I thought it was kind of a good idea. Kind of set something up, or maybe if you even know something, and maybe even at your Goodwills or stuff like that. People don't think about that. I know it's just a holiday, but for little kids, it's fun.
It's a big day.
Well, and that's who it's for, really.
Yeah.
More than anybody nowadays. It sure seems that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That is awesome. If you guys have anything, let us know. You can email Jimmy at realradio921.com, or you can text us, and Franny will get it too. Put in Real Radio first, 47142, and about costumes for Halloween. It's never too early. It's almost at the end of August. We're about a little more than halfway done.
2 weeks ago, I was at Lowe's, and there it is.
Yeah.
Halloween stuff was already out.
Really?
Then I went to another store. I don't remember which one it was, but Wally World or something like that. Walmart. I'm sorry, Walmart. Yeah, or Walgreens, I should say. And Halloween stuff already out.
All over. I was at Home Goods. Halloween's everywhere, and it got me. I was like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that. I mean, it's all over the place. It really is. But they're saying that. It's not even just Halloween and the pumpkin spice season and fall. They're saying full on Christmas is out there. And I know we do this whole Christmas in July, but even Home Depot, their holiday products, including 8-foot Santa and giant Nutcracker, launched online already. Costco has already rolled out their artificial Christmas trees. Oh, and according to Google, more than a quarter of Americans are already shopping for the holidays. Started in July.
Yeah, that I can see.
Yeah.
Because there are times that, even if you're just walking by, you know what, that'd be pretty good. Let me tuck that away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But they're even saying online. So Shopify and all this stuff said like their ornaments are up 25% compared to last year at this time. People buying them. These seasonal village sets and accessories are up 240%. So people are getting their decorations too. It's not even just gifts that they're already purchasing.
And that's why we're $1 trillion in credit card debt.
There you go.
Nice. You wonder why?
Proof's in the pudding.
That's why. The MGM and Las Vegas, if you've been there, you're familiar with it.
They got bed bugs.
Don't say that, Franny.
I'm just kidding. But there was was it one of the hotels? There was a Caesars, the Circus.
I don't think MGM was there. I think it was, I don't think MGM was there. I know Caesars, and I was shocked. I did text one of my buddies who works there, and he was like, that's not true. I said, we talked about it today. But anyway, the MGM has...
MGM Grand was on the list.
Was it?
Yeah.
All right, they got bed bugs.
They're gone now. They took care of it.
They have 5,682 rooms. I'm surprised they never did like a contest. Could you stay in every room at least one night and get a big prize? That is... You've stayed there, right?
Yeah, I've stayed there a couple times.
Yeah, it is so big. Jimmy, if you've ever seen this place, it's like a hotel. I mean, if you're on one side...
It is a hotel.
I mean,
how
it's
about
like a city.
How about, well, son of a gun.
It is a hotel. That's why it's like one.
It's like a city. I mean, if you're on one side and somebody else is on the other, it could really take you like 30 minutes to get to them.
Right.
So
Okay.
big.
All right.
It is a whole block. But I didn't realize they had 5,680 rooms. My buddy brought it up to me last night because he's staying there. He's like, it's so big, it's crazy. I said, hey, we should do a little contest for somebody. Have you stayed there in every room? And make a thing and maybe give it like a grand prize. But that is huge. I did look it up. They said it's the biggest hotel in the world. But, man, I can't even imagine what that place costs to run on a regular basis and the amount of people they have.
So we have a couple texts at 47142 from Harden to Britney Spears and some expensive watches, thrift deals too. We're going to start with this one because in your trifecta you were talking about Harden and his bottles of wine. Mm-hmm. And it says, well, if Harden can sell 10,000 bottles of wine at $60 a bottle, Greek is definitely more famous than him. So I think Greek should start a vineyard. We'll call it G-Man Wine. And it'll go for $69 per bottle, obviously. And then I guess your slogan will be buy G-Man Wine and get drunk on Greek. So there you go. We can have that. And then somebody's saying, this is interesting. Greek was not at work yesterday. And it turns out Britney Spears cheated on her husband yesterday. Coincidence? I think not.
I was out yesterday because I hurt my back. That's why I was out.
And then somebody out, well, I don't know. Or Brittany. Wait, hurt your back doing what?
Yeah.
Says, Greek, this is your chance to get back in the game. Brittany going to be on the prowl, brother. We got that in there. And then
she's a little too crazy for me.
We also said, I don't condone spousal abuse, but if it's true that Brittany hit her husband, do you think she said, hit me, baby, one more time?
She's a little crazy for Charles Manson.
And then somebody said, Franny, you need a Richard Mill watch. Is that how you say it? Do you know? I got to look into it. There's a dollar.
Oh, yeah,
signs.
very expensive.
I got to look. How do you say it? Mill? Mile?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
What the correct way it is, but I'm familiar with it.
I'll look into it. I'm not familiar with that watchmaker. And then we have, speaking of thrift deals, my grandfather found a 4-carat diamond ring at Goodwill.
Wow.
It was with the costume jewelry, and he knew right away it was real. The salespeople thought because it was so large, it had to be fake.
Oh, my God.
My grandma wore it till she went into hospice.
Oh.
Damn, how about that, huh?
Yeah, that's insane. 4 carat.
He must have been a great jeweler.
Wow.
And had a perfect eye. Because most people can't pick up on
Well, that's
that.
what I
wouldn't.
No.
Yeah, it was like, it must be fake. It's so damn big.
Yeah.
Man, now I'm going to go to the jewelry section at the Goodwill next to my house.
Do it. Do it today. Sometimes when you see something big, you think, oh, it's got to be fake. And then if it's real, you're like, wow.
Yeah, what's his name in football? Cincinnati.
Yep, Cinco.
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah,
Or
Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
I love it. Ocho Cinco. Ocho Cinco.
You get like me.
De
Rub it
Mayo.
off. Yeah, Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo had those on.
Yeah, but he says I buy my stuff at gas stations. Like he owns it. He owns his cheap jewelry.
He is a huge cigar smoker. And one night I did see him down in Brickell. And that's the first thing I thought of Jimmy when I saw him. Because he was smoking a huge cigar. But he had the diamonds. And I was like, are these fake? You know, I'm not gonna ask him. I met him in 2 seconds, but I was like, wow. And the first thing that popped in my mind.
Well, it's not like it's a rumor. I mean, the words came out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's
right.
Also
I mean, that wasn't some sort of thing that was put out there that I bet they're fake or something. You know, something to make him look bad.
No, he also was the one who said he slept in the stadium for 2 years.
Right,
his first 2 years in the NFL, and the coaches just think that he was just taking some extra time to watch film. And when nobody would be around, he'd go right into this one corner. He said an office, and he slept there 2 years. That was his office. I mean, that was his house.
You said the MGM had over 5,000 rooms.
Yeah.
It would take you almost 14 years to stay in if you were to stay in each room one night.
And how much money? And then they're like,
Well.
oh, congratulations, we'll give you a free room. And I'm like, what? You know how much money I just spent?
I didn't say it was a good contest.
It's not a good contest.
I said it was a contest.
It's a very expensive one.
I didn't say it was a good contest.
And time consuming.
I didn't say it was great.
No, it was
we got to
not.
work on
When
some
you
things.
said it, I was like, I'm not even going to do the math, but I know this isn't a good idea.
That's a challenge, huh?
Could be a TikTok challenge.
That's
Oh
a
my
challenge.
God.
There's always crazy
He
stuff.
was like, and they should give you a free room.
and breakfast.
Oh, boy.
You definitely get breakfast.
Well, I tell you what, here's something that we keep talking about, and I can't believe that this happened. This one just blows me away. A Stranger Things obsessed woman fell victim to a ruthless catfishing scam where she began an online relationship, divorced her husband, and sent $10,000 worth of gift cards to someone portraying an actor from the hit Netflix show. Michaela, a film artist and single mother from Kentucky, now she is, claimed that she was in a very toxic relationship with her husband, so she joined an online artist forum to make connections. So she goes on this forum, strikes up a conversation with a user named DKMH, saying that he would like to chat, and eventually claimed that he was the well-known actor Darcy Montgomery, who plays Billy Hargrove on Stranger Things. To add to this believability, DKMH is the title of Montgomery's poetry book, which is, I guess, real. Like, if you look that up, it's actually a real thing. So
that gave the credibility.
The person, that helps with a little bit of the credibility, right? But still, it's just an online forum, right? So although they never met in person, Michaela says Montgomery was always complaining to her about his relationship issues,
With
right?
his model girlfriend.
Right,
Like,
yep.
if you look him up, I mean, he's got a stunning girlfriend, and they look like they're very much in love. But, of course, it's like, oh, no, we're having problems.
Yep. Her name is
We don't
Liv
even sleep
Pollock,
together.
and some of those issues were how Liv Pollock controlled his bank accounts and is having money problems because she controls everything. So she was able to get Michaela to send him $10,000 over time. The two bonded because they both claim to be in bad relationships. Eventually,
that to me, though, and every story, they send them money.
Yep.
And it's so crazy that you're sending money to superstars, to celebrities.
That you don't even know.
Why are they asking you for money?
Sure.
Yep. Because his girlfriend,
It's
Liv
controlling
Pollock,
his
controls his
bank.
finance, right? And that's what they do,
It's
right?
just crazy to me.
So eventually, after a year, that's what got me on this one. I mean, this catfish had it in for the long haul, right? The imposter, Darcy, asked Michaela to be his girlfriend, although they never met. The fake actor told Michaela to keep the relationship quiet since he was still in a relationship with Pollock. I mean, this is all telltale signs. How do you not see this? Michaela sent the scammer $100 and $200 Visa gift card, payment apps, and cryptocurrency, different ways that, that she was sending them money. A tactic scammers use, obviously, to not make it trace it. There was also something where he was sending her checks so that she would cash them in, like a $5,000 at a clip too, and then somehow it would come through her bank account, so that it was another way, like a backdoor way to send him money, so that it couldn't be traced back to whoever's sending them.
Crazy.
Now, quick fast forward, because this article doesn't say, but the group that she met with in person apparently did an investigation, and this is how the guy got caught and how he got scammed. And of course, Michaela says she doesn't want to see other people become a victim of scams like she did. But it just, God, you got to wonder, how do you not see these red flags beforehand? I do have a little audio for it, though, right here. And this is her talking about it.
I am obsessed with Stranger Things. But the thing is, when I tallied it all up, it was $10,000-ish. I told my ex-husband, I said, listen, it's not working out. I said, you're not letting me be me. You're not letting me be free. I said, I think you need to leave. So he left. Within 2 months, he was gone.
Yep. So...
And how do you give anybody money that you never meet?
Yeah.
That's what blows my mind.
Yeah.
And this is not, it's not good, I'm saying, but it's not a bad figure. We've heard people give their life savings.
Yeah. Within some time, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so 10,000 is really not, there's 200 a week, not bad.
One time I'm with you on, like as far as like 10,000 isn't a lot of money. Yeah, well, a lot of these that you hear, hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars, life savings,
It's really sad.
And that people get scammed out of. for something like this, with as many times as this has happened and been out in the news, how do you fall for it? But I don't know. I guess you can.
I got a friend of mine, Jimmy, and he was telling me a story about a month ago, and it just triggered when you said it, with his mother, and he handled a lot of things with his mom, but never really stayed on top of it. And he said he went to her bank, and he said over, 8 months, she had like $231,000 in the bank. And when he went the last time, she had like $17,000. Yep. And she was involved in something.
Yep.
And
those I'm not agreeing with it, obviously. Yeah. I don't want to give any impression that I can understand it because they prey on the elderly because they're much more susceptible.
Sure.
I totally understand that.
Lonely, too.
Yeah.
And you're going to get some time in jail. I don't know if you guys recall, but she just finally got sentenced. Remember the 36-year-old woman? She went by Peaches Sturgo. And she is, she swindled a Holocaust survivor who, do you remember this? Okay. And it started online, and it started with a little flirting and this and that. And then for years, they were going back and forth. I think it was like 4 to 5 years that they were going back and forth. And she would ask the victim to deposit money into her account for a bunch of various reasons. Fraudulent, obviously, to pay lawyers to release a fake injury settlement. And always just like, hey, once I get the money, you're going to get it back and this and that. And just all kinds of stuff. Like she lived a life of luxury. Big time. Purchased homes in Florida, took all kinds of vacations, stayed at the Ritz-Carlton, designer clothing, all of this stuff. I mean, she swindled $2.8 million out of this 87-year-old victim.
Wow.
Well, it's going to happen. Somebody's going to catch on, even if it's a person or somebody in that person, like a family member close to him, and they did. And she ended up getting 4 years in prison. I think she should have longer than that, but
and that's not enough time.
So,
$2.8 million, 4 years.
Yeah.
Because people hear that and they'll say it's worth it.
4 years in prison.
It really is 4 years in prison.
Well, she has to pay that back in restitution.
Well, yeah, she had to keep the money.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope she does, because 4 years is not a lot of time for
she's got to forfeit the same amount along with all the property and all her luxury items and all that stuff.
Good.
So I don't. It's not worth it.
No, not that. But if it's only 4 years, people take shots. That's what people do on Wall Street. They'll take a shot. Oh, I'll take a shot with this. I'll do 2 years. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday. We're going to come back with a trifecta and a lot more for you guys. Peace.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
We had a woman who freaked out in South Africa, took off her thong and put it on her face. It was very impressive. I've never seen a human being take a thong off so fast.
I have.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Capital One is a proud partner of the iHeartRadio Music Festival for the 7th year in a row, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
95 is looking good. Accident-free Boca to Jupiter. We have a new crash on the Turnpike, though. This in Delray Beach. Southbound, it's about a mile south of Atlantic Avenue, though FHP says no lanes are blocked. I'm Joel Mount.
This report is sponsored by The Mark Moss Show.
They stole your life, but you didn't even notice. We blame each other instead of realizing we've been losing our freedoms the whole time. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to The Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's the Greek. There's only one thing hotter than the weather outside. That is the ladies at Monroe's. 7 days a week, open at 5 a.m. Make sure you stop by Monroe's. They make any good night a great night. 5-star menu, DJs in the house, and the beautiful ladies. And this Saturday night, 19th of August, $500 cash prize. Barbie, that's right. Stop in for the best Barbie and Ken outfits. $500 on the line. And Monroe's beautiful ladies. Peace.
Hi there, I'm Mia. I'm Air.
You're Air?
Yeah, I just got out of the lungs of someone smoking a cheap little cigar outside a bodega. Oh, it was so smoky in there. And where there's smoke, there's
fire.
Cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, little cigars might taste sweet, but they still kill. I'm supposed to be helping people, not unhelping them.
You mean hurting?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm a bit of an airhead.
Little cigars are just as dangerous as regular cigarettes. Find out how to quit today at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
We're Storm Smart. Here in Florida, that's a name people trust. For over 26 years, we've been making storm catcher screens, the leading hurricane safety product on the market, protecting over 90,000 Florida homes in communities just like yours. And while storms may come and go, one thing's for sure, Storm Smart's here to stay. Day in and day out, we'll be here, working harder to make sure you can breathe a little easier. Smart is protecting our community. Today, and tomorrow.
Florida home insurance is a nightmare, and with hurricane season at our doorstep, you need a home insurance company that you can depend on. That's why there's Open House, a tech-enabled home insurance provider that uses smart data to keep your premiums low. Get an obligation-free quote in seconds and join your neighbors that are saving hundreds. Get discounts for your smart life choices, like having a gym membership or a dog. Start saving today at openhouseinsurance.com. See openhouseinsurance.com for details. This advertisement does not constitute a binding offer or guarantee of coverage.
Guys, why get Viagra, aka Sildenafil, through Roman? Roman's 100% online. You'll only be prescribed genuine medication. Roman offers free discreet shipping. For 20% off your entire first order, go to ro.co/reason. ro.co/reason.
Do you find yourself stuck in a timeshare? Get the real facts about the timeshare industry and your options for cancellation. Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, has put together a free information guide that reveals the secrets the timeshare industry doesn't want you to know, including the 5 ways to get rid of your timeshare. Call now and get this timeshare cancellation guide absolutely free.
Call 800-334-2266. That's 800-334-2266. 800-334-2266.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just 1 dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Wake up, people. You are optimizing every waking hour of your life. From carpooling kids, to work, to friends, and everything in between. You have to get sleep and a bed that can perform as well as you do. Meet the next generation Sleep Number Smart Bed. It effortlessly adjusts to your shape, position, and movements, learning how you sleep, so you learn to sleep better, night after night. Sleep next level, only from Sleep Number.
It's the biggest sale of the year. Save 50% on the Sleep Number Limited Edition Smart Bed, plus free home delivery when you add a base. Ends Monday.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This is Pre-Tection. Yep, Pre-Tection. The everyday skin protection ritual that protects your skin from mosquitoes. Prevention is the best protection. Off, the #1 dermatologist recommended repellent brand, SC Johnson.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We've got a partly cloudy sky as we move through our Thursday. We will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Slow-moving storms and heavy downpours could lead to isolated flooding in a few spots. It's also nice and hot out there with temperatures back near the low 90s, and with the humidity, it could feel close to 100 throughout the day.
This report is sponsored by Reese Windows and Doors.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tony Evans, and I'm excited to have you join me on this new podcast, Heroes in the Bible.
Come to me, boy. You and your God will crumble beneath my feet.
He beckoned the giant and said,
I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts and creator of the stars.
Listen to Heroes in the Bible with Dr. Tony Evans on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
You're not going to go see BB Rexha?
No.
I did not know.
Phone to the head.
Yeah, I did not know BB Rexha because I thought she was small, and then that's why I went on Instagram. I say, was BB Rexha always fat as hell?
She used to be. She's always been kind of thick, a little thicker, but not like
I like that.
No.
Yeah.
She's now Bobo Rexha.
She's given
Butterfinger BB Rexha.
She's giving what's her name?
No, she wasn't trying to catch that phone. Somebody just hit her in the head. That's what that was all about.
She wasn't trying to catch a phone.
She wasn't always that way. Before she was BB Rexha, she was Anorexa. She was small. But it was her own fault.
Okay.
Lex and Terry weekdays 7 p.m. till midnight on Real Radio station. This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
Hey, Greg, if they were ever to look at your post on social media and look at your picture to try to say that you were a criminal, they would never do it. Because the first thing that would come to their mind would be, that's a nice penis.
Hey, it's the Greek from Jimmy's Below Average Condom, coming for the below average guy. Now, I know what you're thinking. Greek, I'm already below average. How much more spicier can I make things? Well, thanks to our new partnership with iHeartMedia, every condom we sell is coming with a brand new Bluetooth speaker. You can play your hits from the 80s and 90s or my personal favorite, Greek's Angry album. Imagine that. Lights are dim and all you hear is, I'm not angry. Look it up, Franny. Relax, Joe. With that kind of sound protection, that's a trifecta.
Ooh, Greek, thank you for taking the day off yesterday. That was so nice of you to spend your vacation day with me on a nude beach. Ooh, and Greek, you're so smart and clever. I never would have thought of sticking a popsicle there to cool off, especially on a hot summer's day. But I mean, Greek, bonus, you turned a popsicle into a footsicle. Ooh, brr.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Don't encourage her.
The visuals.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
You don't put visuals to what she's... No, you don't think about... No? All right.
Not even thinking about
Just
it.
me? Okay. All right.
We love the callbacks.
Is that where you were yesterday with Nutmeg? How dare you?
I hurt my back. It was really in a lot of pain. But it was not with Nutmeg. Somebody did toss me off of bed, though. It is the Penthouse, and it is a Thursday, a hot Thursday, by the way. Very, very hot. And we are, if you're outside working, take an extra break. Tell your boss to call me and drink a lot of fluids. Jimmy's in the house. Good afternoon. And Francis is here.
Hey.
And it's time for a trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creek's Trifecta.
Now, going into this year, I didn't think the Yankees were going to have a good season, but I didn't think we're going to have it this bad. Yes, Aaron Judge has been out for 42 games, but they lost last night again. They got swept by the Braves. You should have the Braves last 3 nights because they just spanked the Yankees. Yankees can't score, and they got bad starting pitching. But for the first time since 1995, this late in the season, Yankees are below 500. There is speculation that coach will get fired and GM Cashman might be gone, and a lot of Yankee fans, guess who they want? They want Mattingly and Jeter. Whether or not they can do a good job, I don't know. Mattingly, yes. Bring Mattingly back, I think, be great. Boone's been good at times, but I think Mattingly would be a good manager. Derek Jeter as GM, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know about that, but I think the changes definitely is needed. And there's a preseason football game. It started week 2 in the preseason. The Browns are playing the Eagles. Eagles are favored tonight. Who would bet on preseason? There's something wrong with you. But guess what? If you win, you won't think there's anything wrong with you. And Hard Knocks had their second episode Tuesday night. More Mr. Rogers and his whole neighborhood. Yesterday, the Jets had a practice with Tampa Bay, and supposedly Rogers got sacked 6 times. He was not happy about it after practice and called out the front line. James Harden is an NBA player who now is with the Sixers, but does not want to come back to Philadelphia and the brotherly love and the cheesesteaks and a bell. He wants out. But in the meantime, he's in China selling wine. Yesterday, he sold 10,000 bottles of his own wine at $60 a piece. Drink up, James. Looks like you had a good day, and you didn't even have to hit a basket. And that is your lunchtime trifecta. Peace. Jimmy at realradio921.com is the email that you can write into the show. Our buddy Evan wrote in now during on this day in history. I was talking about Michael Phelps today. He won 8 gold medals. Yeah, and they won Olympics there. He had a little Michael Phelps trivia or fun facts for us. Michael Phelps is 6'4". His inseam is only 30 inches, meaning he has very short legs for a person his size. I never really noticed that.
If you look at him, he's got a very long torso.
Well, apparently that allows less pull or drag through the water, which helped him with his success. I mean, again, a pair looks like a serious email. A lot of times we get them and they sound like jokes, but I don't know. I guess maybe that was an advantage that he had. So, Jimmy at realradio921.com. Keep the emails coming.
That is awesome. I know, Jimmy, you had something about going back in time. If you could.
Well, there's a question for the audience and for the Penthouse. So, if you could time travel, what historical event or scene would you like to go back to see in person? And, under this assumption to do this, obviously it can't be done, but you wouldn't die, right? So if you go back to watch something that's like during a war, you wouldn't be caught up in the war. The idea is that you would be able to observe it in real time, in real person, right? So because obviously most things that people do that could be not safe. Someone posted this question, and here are some of the answers that Americans said. First place was a tie between people going back to ancient Egypt and the American Revolution. No big surprise there, right? The rest of the top picks are in order: ancient Greece, the Viking Age, Italy during the Renaissance, Europe during World War II, Normandy on D-Day, same thing, and the fall of the Berlin Wall in 1989. Another couple other ones that people came up with: the moon landing, Woodstock. We've been talking about that recently since today is the last day of it from 50-something years ago. The birth of Jesus. Martin Luther King's I Have a Dream speech, to be there in person, to be able to see that. The first atomic bomb and what it was really like to be alive when that happened. And how about hanging with dinosaurs? How about that? It's something.
Dinosaurs would be cool, but scary.
Yeah. So again, assuming you wouldn't die, right?
Yes.
That's going with that. So if there was a time or a period, a historical event that you could go back in time to see, what would it be? And for me, D-Day was on there for sure. Also, like when the Wright brothers flew for the first time.
That would be cool.
That'd be kind of cool, yeah, being in there at North Carolina with that. Franny, do you have anything off the top of your head? Or Greek, you can...
I wrote down like 10.
Okay, well, then you go first. So.
I wrote, a lot of them are sports. But I did Ali Frazier. I would love
there you go. Yeah.
I would love to be there.
Yeah, that'd be great. Seeing that in person?
Oh, man. The Jets and the Colts down here at the Orange Bowl, 69. Classic game. Yankees, seeing Mickey Mantle in person. I would love to be sitting out in right field and seeing him play. Elvis, 68 special at NBC. My dad was there when they were filming. I would love to be there. I wrote down Beatles at Shea.
How about Beatles on Ed Sullivan when they first came here? That'd be pretty cool, too.
What about that rooftop performance? That would be cool, too.
Yeah, Abbey Road.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. The horse racing, the Belmont Secretariat, when she won.
Yeah, there you go. That's a great one.
Yeah, because I'm a horse guy and you always see statues. I think that'd be cool. Rolling Stones years ago, any big concert they went out to. Springsteen, I would like to see when he was just starting. Like when he was getting out of Asbury Park. Now I've seen him. Obviously he's established. Any of those. A lot of sporting events. Just the Niners of Miami and their Super Bowl when the Niners won 38-16. A lot of sporting events that I would just love to have seen that, when watch it. But I definitely Ali Frazier and Mickey Mantle. I think that'd be cool. Or the Jets and Colts down here.
Sure.
That famous Super Bowl 69 when they beat them and they were 19-point underdogs.
But another Super Bowl maybe when the 72 Dolphins won it.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be probably a good one, too, right?
Yep. Undefeated. Yeah, that was really cool. There's so many with sports. I mean, I can go till 5 o'clock just thinking things. But those are just some off the top of my head. But music-wise, the Beatles at Shea, or like Franny said, Abbey Road, or, Ed Sullivan. I mean, stuff. And Ed Sullivan,
maybe one time back in the motherland when they brought that wooden horse on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That'd be a good time for you.
The wooden horse.
Yeah, you pop out like the eyeball. Hey, everybody, peace.
What's up? Think Gotti's. Come on.
What about you, Franny? If there was a time, that some event in our history that you could go back and
see. It's tough.
See.
Like, I always thought, and for an era, like, I would like to go back to, like, the Roaring 20s. I think that would be cool.
Yeah. Okay, there you go.
And check that out. But I also, and I get goosebumps even watching it in a movie that it's not the real footage, but I love watching the footage. But that Live Aid performance that Queen does, at 85, that crowd that is there is so insane.
Yes.
And then I think it would be cool because there's all the myths of what and who, is it aliens or not? Go back in time when they were building the pyramids.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
So I think those would be cool. I'll think of some more. But yeah, if you have anything and you want to participate on that text line, 47142, you just have to start it off with Real Radio.
What historical event or scene would you like to travel back in time to see in person? Those are great ideas. Hey, ancient Egypt was one that was on this list that's tying for first place, but the actual, the pyramids themselves being built would be a great time.
Because you're always like, they say it almost is impossible that man did that, even though they
really
claim that
is.
Yep.
I can't imagine them doing it now. More or less, with the equipment that we have now, more or less back then.
No unions.
And even like Stonehenge too. They're like, how the hell did they put those things up and put one on top of the two like a domino? I don't get it.
Pull!
Yes.
Pull!
It's crazy.
How about like Back to the Future, where you can go back to your personal life, and see things where they had stuff like that? That's another element of it. Because you can think back to things that, I would want to see, definitely.
I think the dinosaurs would be cool, too. Like you mentioned, if you're going to live the whole time, yes. I think that would be really awesome.
Yeah.
50-50, no. Take me out of dinosaurs. But if I got 100% chance, yeah. So many sporting events and music that I definitely would want to see.
I want to go back in time to see what came first, the chicken or the egg, and we'll finally have the answer when I come back. All right?
Tell us. Right? Yeah. Don't tell anybody else. Let us know. It'll be exclusive on our show.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have one thing that you would like to see, go back in time and live through it. Give us a call, 877-927-6969, or you can text us at Real Radio 47142. Either one you could do. Very unique. How about you, Jimmy? I know you said a couple, but anything else that would really hit you? I know you said D-Day.
I love the American Revolution era of our country, so I would love to see the signing of the Declaration of Independence. A lot of those typical cliche ones, but things like that. Seeing what it was like, and that's why it's hard to. I know this question really is kind of a historical event itself, but. Like Franny says, like going back to a certain era, a time frame, a period in our history, and seeing what it was like, seeing what it's like in Europe. I mean, I'd love to see, the 30s and 40s in Europe, and not necessarily all good either. I mean, some of it's bad. I mean, I'm kind of a history buff with war, so seeing different times, different, the Revolutionary War or Civil War. Seeing battles that happened there, and what and the same thing with the World Wars. I mean, that stuff always fascinates me. So being able to see that, one of them on this list too was seeing them drop the bomb. Obviously, a very good thing in one way, bad thing in another, obviously, with the millions of people that died from it. But to see that, I mean, the footage alone is fascinating. So I've always liked that type of thing.
Like when they showed Private Ryan, the movie about the, obviously over in Europe, how bad those towns were getting destroyed. I know it was just a movie, but you think.
But there's an amount of that's real,
Yeah, yeah. And you think, like, how did they even, turn it around and rebuild and everything like that? But things were destroyed.
And it's one of those things that, we'll be half serious here for a minute, but, when we think of war, the war is always somewhere else. It's not here, And
Only once.
Can you imagine that? Like London, when London was bombed and France, I mean, your country was completely taken over. I mean, I can't fathom that, and so it's a much different prospect.
We only had it twice, really. I said once, but we had Pearl Harbor, obviously, and the World Trade Center. That was it. That's the only time it's ever come on our land.
The Civil War,
yeah,
of course, the Revolution, and we've had plenty of war on our land, but in what we think, we think of Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, and and that type of thing. Right now, what's going on in Ukraine, and those are faraway lands.
Yep, that we don't ever have to deal with.
Vietnam, Korea.
Yeah,
we got a couple here at 47142. Somebody said, "Gee, back in time, I would like to be on the Apollo 11 Eagle. I would push Neil Armstrong out of the way, and I would be the first to walk on the moon." All right.
Watch out, buddy. I'm getting his fame.
We have a historical event. I would like to witness Greek being born. There you go. We have
that was a mistake, by the way.
Time travel. I would go back to the time period when poofy dresses were worn every day. I'd hate the corset, but I'd love poofy dresses. That's from Sarah B. And we have, I would like to be there and see the Greeks' first time on the radio here in Palm Beach County. That's when they would travel back down in time.
Aw. That hasn't changed much. To be honest with you, it really hasn't. 877-927-6969. Give us a call if there's someplace you would go back to or some situation you want to go back to time. It could be anything. It could be an event. It could be sports. It could be music. We all gave a bunch of things that we'd like to go back in time and check out, and we could reflect on it. And again, everything be the same. Then you can just click your heels and you're back to where you are, which is always a good thing. Yeah, I think there's so many in sports. I can think of so many, but you just can't. And all you have is memories. Yankees would be cool. Seeing the old Yankee Stadium the way it was. And everything like that.
Yeah,
and now,
go back see the Babe, or Garrick, I mean, some of the classics.
Yeah, and then you see like popcorn or a hot dog, 25 cents. Wow, me too. Give me a Coke for a nickel. Go to the movie.
Kind of similar to that. It was funny because I've never seen a documentary, and I'm sure they're out there, but somebody did something. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter what it was for, but somebody took a camera shot down behind the wall of Fenway Park.
Yes.
So, and of course, they still have the old school numbers and everything you put up with the scores and everything. And seeing that behind there, I mean, you want to talk about stepping back in time.
Yep.
Holy smokes.
They did
that
a show
little
on that.
area back there. I mean, it's nothing to it. It's dirt floor and the numbers hanging up on the wall.
The kids still
and
post
the
them down.
H and the R's and all that stuff.
Oh,
and they still put them up there. Boy, that was just seeing that was wild.
In today's time, it is true. You got guys right behind it. The other day at Fenway Park, there was a ball. I don't know if you saw this. Got stuck in the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
Got stuck in the scoreboard.
Yeah, it would have been a home run, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
No, it landed inside, but the thing was they just had to stop play because the outfielder didn't know. It was the scoreboard inside, right by left field where it is. But the guy put his hands up. What do I do? Can't get it out. It's like Wrigley when they would get balls stuck into Wrigley Field. And the walls back there, they would go back there, a ball would hit, and they would get lost. But just crazy.
Yeah, the ivy.
Yeah,
Is that ivy that grows on that brick wall?
Yep, without a doubt. Yeah, I did see the same show you're talking about. It is amazing because when I watched, I thought I was watching like 1958.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It's now.
Yeah.
They got somebody looking right out there through left field and changing.
Oh yeah. Well, that's the other thing that they showed is all the the. I don't know, the peepholes. They're not even, they're bigger than that, but where people watch and the camera, they showed where the camera for TV
That's crazy.
is out there, and it's kind of neat.
For today's times, to see that technology, I mean, that you don't see that technology where they change it because there's so much history. It's one of the only parks left that they do that. I mean, obviously, there's a new Yankee Stadium. Yeah. They got rid of Shea. But, I went there once or twice years ago, and I thought it was breathtaking.
Wrigley is still pretty original, right?
Yeah, it is. But they added a lot of stuff. Like they got a huge scoreboard.
Oh, no. I've been there. I mean, even the town around it is super cool. But somebody, because we mentioned the pyramids, they said, have you, and I have not, and I have been wanting to go and check it out in person, but the Coral Castle in Miami, which they claim was built by one man.
Wow.
You ever hear about that?
No.
Coral Castle?
The Coral Castle. There's a really cool story behind it. I think he built it for somebody, but the person wasn't in love with him.
He
did it all by, yes.
He got screwed again.
But you got to, it's been a while since I've read about the history about it, but it's called the Coral Castle. Somebody wants to go back in time to see when Greek lost his first bet and throw a remote or chair. Let's see. I want to go back to just before my 3rd birthday so I could spend some time with my dad.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. Then about the pyramids, and I do know this. They said, and know how South and Central America are the hardest workers. There are pyramids in South and Central America, but nobody questions who built those. And I'm sure they do. It's just not as much talked about as the Egyptian pyramids are. But you can always participate with us on the text line. And there's something else, another topic you can participate with us. And this is if you've ever seen somebody, and I'm sure, you've got a lot of stories, and we're not talking about yourself, witnessed somebody else make a really bad financial decision. And it can be something as small as, they said that they were talking about somebody they saw buy a TV on Black Friday instead of fixing their leaky roof.
Okay. So.
Oh, this is where they just blew money. Yeah. I got to get a new TV. Your roof's leaking.
They said this guy in my fraternity got $30,000 for an undisclosed reason, and he bet it all on the Yankees winning one game. They lost.
Oh, but that must have been so juicy. You must have really been excited for a couple hours.
Oh my God. You get $30,000 and it's gone after a couple hours.
You're not a gambler.
No, I don't get it.
Yeah, chance to win 60.
I love this one. They saw somebody who applied for a $5,000 loan and they didn't get accepted quickly enough. So they applied for another $5,000 loan, but got accepted. And then they ended up gambling it all away after the fact. So they looked and were like, nope, all right, quickly, let's apply for another one. See if I'll get. And they did. And then they gambled it all away. Applying for a loan to gamble, that's a problem.
It might be, yes.
Yes.
Oh,
yes,
it's like my friends. They used to get credit cards and they max them out in like 2 hours.
This one's an ouchie. I saw somebody put everything in his girlfriend's name to hide his assets because of what he owed the IRS. Mm-hmm. Well, the girlfriend ended up selling his business, cashing out accounts, and ran.
Wow. Who got beat there?
This person says, I know somebody who cashed out their 401k to have a cocaine party.
Wow. That must have been a big party.
Big party. I know someone who got a loan for their wedding, but decided to blow it all at a casino.
Oh.
Now they have a loan for $20K to pay off and nothing to show for it.
Did they get married?
No wedding.
I don't know. It does not say. I'm guessing not.
Oh, because if it was real love, she would have married him. I blew the wedding money. $20,000. I had a bad run.
Said I had a coworker with 5 kids who could all go to USC for free once he had worked there for 15 years, even if he quit. He quit at 14 and a half years for a job that barely paid more than he made at USC. He cost all 5 kids a free education at a top school because he wouldn't wait 6 more months.
That makes no sense. I mean, you have 5 kids. Why would you not wait 6 months? He must have really not thought a lot about those kids. Screw it. Go into debt.
Screw my kids.
Yeah, you guys go into debt.
I hate this job that much.
Would you rather bet, I'm going to ask Franny too, but Jimmy, this is a question for you. Would you rather bet $100,000 on a game or $100,000 on a roulette spin? Somebody asked me that the other day.
Oh, wow.
It could be any amount. I'm using $100,000.
Roulette. I think a roulette spin. I want to be done quick.
They asked me the other day. How about you, Franny? Roulette spin, which goes about 30, 40 seconds, or a football, basketball game. You don't have to be a bettor. Just
a roulette spin.
Yeah. And why? Same way?
Yeah.
You want it over quick?
Yep.
So do I.
I don't want to sweat that long.
Yeah. That's it. That's
a lot less anxiety.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're just like, and then it hits in. You're like, oh. I did see a video the other day of Drake hitting I talked about it. Somebody did send it to me. Drake hitting a number 12 and a roulette spin. And I guess he had $100,000 on it. And it came in. And obviously it's 35-1. So that was a pretty good hit for him.
Now, the only thing to take into consideration with that it might change my mind is I'm assuming that we're just going to make it so that the odds are the same, right?
Yes.
I mean, obviously the odds are a lot longer on a roulette spin, but let's just say that the chances of winning are the same, right?
Well,
if that's the case, then roulette. Yeah. Otherwise,
no, I was saying roulette.
You had a better chance of winning a sporting event than you do.
Of course,
in a bet.
Well, roulette, I was saying if you bet colors like red or black, so you put 100,000 on red,
right?
40 seconds, whatever it is, not 40, 20 seconds, it's done.
That's it.
It's an even same thing with baseball game. You bet 100,000, you'll win 110 or 120. It's the same thing, but it's going to last 4 hours.
Right.
Now, some people might say, "I want my money's worth. I want to sit there, whatever."
Yep.
But I think majority would. We just went 3 for 3.
Yeah.
We were like, let's get it over.
Make it quick.
Let's make it quick. All right, it is Penthouse. If you guys have an opinion on that, call us and let us know. You want it quick or you want it slow and easy? We're going to go back with some Florida stories if me and Franny last the last hour because it's 137 degrees.
I am dying here. There were about to be a Florida story. 2 DJs passed out. I got an inappropriate deputy. We also have a schizophrenic prisoner that escaped. I'll let you know about that. Hopefully he got him already.
Oh, boy.
And then even text messages can land you in jail, and you can get charged with a felony. I'll give you those details when we come back on Real Radio 92.1.
We're still your at-work station, even if your work happens to be on the kitchen table. Bed. Tell your smart device to play Real Radio 92.1 on iHeartRadio. Let's see what's up with traffic on Real Radio.
95 is looking good. Accident-free Boca to Jupiter. We have a new crash on the turnpike, though. This in Delray Beach. Southbound, it's about a mile south of Atlantic Avenue, though FHP says no lanes are blocked. I'm Joel Malkin.
This report is sponsored by Red Pilled America.
What kind of men do women want? Red Pilled America tells the story of how a young man was faced with the very real possibility of losing his girlfriend to an international A-list ladies' man, and what he did to win her over. Listen to Red Pilled America anywhere you get podcasts. That's Red Pilled America.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Hey, Sir Greek. This week's supposed to be the hottest week in South Florida. Do you think your AC is ready for another round of record-breaking heat? You better hope so, because 95 outside, no AC inside is like 140. Have Filter by HVAC Solutions on speed dial. That's my recommendation this week. Usually I give you games in the NFL. Now I'm telling you, have Filter by HVAC Solutions on speed dial. 855-4FL-HVAC. That's 855-4FL-HVAC. Have them on speed dial. Also, 24-hour emergency service at your fingertips. Hit their website, filterbyhvacsolutions.com. Read reviews by customers who were happy. August will bring record heat and you want to be cool. Call Filter by HVAC Solutions today. 855-4FL-HVAC. With Filter by HVAC Solutions, keeping you cool is a breeze. Peace.
Every business deserves a great deal. That's why, for a limited time, we're launching the Mobile Made Free event. With Comcast Business Internet, new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free. Yep, you heard that right. An entire year, free. It's our best internet, powered by the next generation 10G network and with 99.9% reliability. Plus 1 line of free mobile for a year. The Mobile Made Free event is happening now.
Get started with internet and advanced security for $39 a month for 12 months with no annual contract. Plus, for a limited time only, ask how new and existing customers can get 1 year of unlimited mobile for free during the Mobile Made Free event. Call or go online today to learn more. Ends 9/21/2023. EcoBill and autopay required. New 100 megabits per second internet and security edge customers only. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply. Mobile offer requires 100 megabits per second internet and new unlimited intro mobile service. Other restrictions apply.
My doctor told me my blood pressure is borderline. I figured I could worry about it or do something about it. So I took control with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula. It works safely and naturally to help maintain healthy blood pressure with a custom blend of garlic, vitamins, and minerals. And it's odor-free. I'm taking charge with Garlic Healthy Blood Pressure Formula.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The term natural references only the garlic in the product. Use as directed.
Do you hear that? Asthma triggers are everywhere, from dust mites, pet dander, and pollen, to smog and smoke. An asthma attack can strike anywhere, anytime. Be prepared with quick-acting Primatene Mist. Clinically proven to open airways quickly. It's the #1 FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. Primatene Mist. Breathe easy again. Use as directed.
Hear the latest news from the headlines on your phone. Download the free iHeartRadio app for exclusive live coverage of breaking news. From what's happening where you live to what's happening across the country. Live from the center of the story. Listen for free anywhere, anytime. Download the free iHeartRadio app today.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival is coming back to T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas this September.
Superstar artists from every genre.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
Buy tickets now at AXS.com.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZzzQuil.
ZzzQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZzzQuil nights. Explore our products at ZzzQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We've got a partly cloudy sky as we move through our Thursday. We will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Slow-moving storms and heavy downpours could lead to isolated flooding in a few spots. It's also nice and hot out there with temperatures back near the low 90s, and with the humidity, it could feel close to 100 throughout the day.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm.
There's no better time to upgrade your Z's than during Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Get a Sleepy's bed and adjustable base for only $499.99. The lowest price ever.
From the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
You been in an accident? Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real Radio 92.1 is WZZR West Palm Beach, an iHeartRadio station.
Download the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been.
Point. Very good.
God, that was so good.
One for two. Get that finger out of your ear. You don't know where that finger's been. Unless it's Sarah Morgan.
2 points.
What does that even mean?
Yeah, where has my finger been?
Yeah, and my cake pop got a 0.
Yeah, does that even
He's so inconsistent. It'd be cool if he was consistent. Then I could take the 0.
Well, I'd explain it, but it would not.
2 people have already gotten dumped during the show.
No, listen. Hold on a second. I'm a human being. That means I'm fallible, D. That man just got a 0.
Oh, my God. What does that take him back to 63?
63.
He needs to be inconsistent. Oh, do I? I didn't say you. I said he.
He.
Get that finger out of your ear and maybe you can hear.
God, you're the best.
Oh, you are too, buddy.
I am.
A virtual high five.
All right.
Laugh off.
Lex and Terry weekdays 7 p.m. till midnight on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. An iHeartRadio station.
Hey, it's Rover. Real Radio has your shot at $1,000 and a VIP trip to Vegas for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. Supply in this nationwide contest. That's lucky to 200-200. And good luck from Rover's Morning Glory and Real Radio.
You're listening to the Penthouse. Now back to the Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
You're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday afternoon. Get ready for the weekend. We're going to get pumped up and ready for the weekend. Remember, football is here. Before you know it, we'll be playing the Gators. First game, 31st of August. And 101.7, you can get Miami Dolphins. Can't beat that. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello and good afternoon.
Franny's here.
Hey, what is uppers?
Uppers is Florida Stories.
Okay.
Florida.
Florida. Did you say
Florida.
I'm from Florida.
WTF.
What the Florida?
So, yeah, if you don't like your roommate, don't threaten to kill them, especially in text message form. And that's what happened with this woman. So she wasn't texting her roommate. I guess she was telling him in person that she wanted to kill him.
Oh, okay.
But she was contacting her neighbor and I guess venting, do you want to call it?
I got a couple things to say.
Yeah, a couple things to say. 66-year-old Fort McCoy woman, her name is Pamela Smith Dillon, is in big trouble. In fact, she's being charged with a felony because she sent multiple text messages saying that she wanted to murder the male victim, which is her roommate. I guess things between them are not going very well.
A little upset.
A little bit, yep. She texts her neighbor and told the neighbor, I'm going to pick up a gun and bleep and kill him if he's not out of here soon.
No
then
love.
they received another text message that said, I'm serious, not kidding. This is going to bleep it happen. I'm going to bleep and kill him in his sleep.
Was she bitching or venting?
Nice, Jimmy.
Well, yeah.
An old age question.
I'm going to kill him in his sleep. Then she sent more messages about it, and they said the MSCO reported today that Dillon also sent the following message to the reportee saying, so you weren't coming down here to talk because you can't handle me acting crazy. That message was followed by another text message stating, or I may not wait that long before I do this. So it sounded like it was really going to happen. So, of course, the person she was sending the messages to was like, I should probably let the cops know what's going on. And the cops did contact them. They also contacted the victim, too. The victim advised that Dylan had been telling him this for days, that she was going to shoot him in his sleep.
Imagine when they call their
For days. Like, why are you? I'm out.
Yeah, that's right. I was just gonna say.
I'm
When
changing the
cops
locks
called-
or I'm moving.
Yeah, the cops called. He was probably like, oh, yeah, that's old news. She's been threatening me all week.
But he did say that he has a handgun that he keeps nearby him when he sleeps because of her, too.
Wow.
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
He said that she would have to touch him in order to obtain the firearm. So he would know, if she was coming in, I'm ready.
What the hell? There must have been a love triangle.
A love triangle? Why?
Maybe, I don't know. He cheated or somebody cheated. I mean, she wants to kill her roommate for what? Kick him out.
They don't say that they were in a relationship.
Maybe they don't know.
Well, they were placed. She was placed under arrest for making threats about killing him, and
then he bailed her out.
Yes, and I love how she's trying to get out. As she's trying to get out of it, she was just like, "Well, I was just texting the person, what they call the reportee, my neighbor, because I just need to talk to a friend."
I got a vet. I mean, it's on my mind. Imagine that Jimmy that he bails her out.
Yeah,
perfect ending to the story.
That was bitchy.
Yeah. So she is facing felony charge for sending written or electronic threats to kill.
Can't do that, people.
Nope, you cannot do that. And then, a Seminole County deputy has been arrested after an investigation. So there was a complaint about him. The investigation started this Monday when they received a complaint about Deputy Sheriff Andrew Bergquist about inappropriately touching a victim in a sexual manner during a traffic stop that day. Well, details have not been released quite yet about that incident, but it was enough for them to place him on administrative leave the following day and then later arrested last night. They said he's being held right now on no bond. The sheriff's office said detectives are actively reviewing footage from other traffic stops that he initiated to see if there's any possible cases. Though no other incidents or victims have been identified, they are asking that if you believe that this is Big Fist, whatever, when I call him Big Fist, Shepherdie Bergquist, if you've been pulled over by him and you've had an incident with him, they do want you to call the Seminole County Sheriff's Department, but they are investigating this incident, and he is facing charges of sexual battery and false imprisonment.
It's not good.
Mm-hmm. And then... finally, here in your Florida, father and son, baller style, show up at Palm Beach International Airport in a private jet, la-ti-da. And they had a vehicle waiting for them there, right? They had a rental car. I wonder what kind of car it is. What do you think? Do they do Bentleys at rental car places?
I don't know.
Only you would know.
At least an Escalade.
Yeah, I was going to say it. I was going to say it. Escalade.
Yeah. So
Ford Bronco.
So they had a rental car waiting for them, and it was from a place called Go Rentals, which is one of the places at the airport. Never heard of them. They're not big like all the like the Avis and stuff like that, but they were there, and they didn't give them directions. I have a feeling they just went on their GPS, like, all right, get me out of here. Well, instead of leaving the airport, the father and son, because it went straight to the tarmac to pick them up, or the car was there waiting for them, the father and son turned the wrong direction and drove all the way through the commercial gates.
Whoops. What gave it away?
Whoopsie.
They ended up getting detained, the father and son, by sheriff's deputies and TSA agents because they were driving through multiple active runways.
Could you imagine, when the cops pulled them over, they were probably like, what the hell's going on?
Well,
Can you help me get out of here? I don't know where I'm going.
By the way, I think if I'm looking and I know what a commercial gate looks like in active runways, I think I'm in the wrong place.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
I don't think I should be where JetBlue is right now. What is happening?
JetBlue.
I just don't get it. But anyways, so they were detained. They didn't get. They ended up not being the ones in trouble. The ones that got in trouble was the Go Rentals. They got blamed for the incident. In fact, they said they did not escort the rental car off of airport property as they should have. And a spokesperson for the airport said that the Go Rentals permit to operate at the airport has been revoked.
Wow,
So maybe if you planned ahead, so maybe if you have a Go Rental. If you rented a car, you plan on flying into Palm Beach International, you might want to check to make sure that that rental is still going on because they are no longer there.
I mean, that is strong. I would think a fine.
Yeah, no, they said revoked.
Like a big fine because we had it. Because remember when we did that photography shoot by the airport?
Yeah.
That's where all the private planes were, right there. And you could see.
Well, there's private hangars, for sure.
Yeah, you're right there. But, I mean, for them to just kick the business out.
So is it on that side? The south side of the airport like that?
Yep. That's right.
I mean, to get to the terminals, you got to cross the entire airport to get to the terminals from that point.
Oh, it is. Oh, and I forgot about this
Wow.
one. A 32-year-old prisoner who is schizophrenic, diagnosed with schizophrenia, was on the run. And this happened yesterday in Broward County. Well, Jeremiah Garza ended up escaping from a South Florida State hospital overnight, wearing a red and black striped shirt, camouflage pants, and a brown coat. This is according to police. Police officers asked the public to please avoid him if he approaches you. He's 5'9". They said he doesn't have a public criminal record with Broward courts or the Florida Department of Corrections, but they do believe that he could, just stay away. That's what they're saying. He's on the run, and he's not in a great state of mind right now.
He's a fugitive, obviously.
And they're saying, yes, detectives are asking anyone with information about the case to call 911. So he is on the, what do you call it, lam? Is that what they call it? Where's that come from?
Wise guy stuff.
Yeah?
Yeah, like you're hiding out.
On the lam.
Yeah, you're on the lam.
All right. And that is you with the Florida.
Doesn't have anything to do with lamb, actually, like buying lamb.
I figured. I was wondering what it meant.
The cutlets. Some cutlets.
I love a good lamb lollipop. I think it's just lamb. I don't think it's like a bat. I think it's just like on the LAM.
I think you're right. I don't think it's like lamb chops.
Yeah. No.
Hanging out in Brooklyn. No. I'm waiting for some lamb. I got to do it. Dwayne Wade was just put into the Hall of Fame, which was great for his career. Now there are some people who are in Democratic party who want Dwayne Wade to run for Senate. And whether or not he would do it, we don't know. I think if he ran, he would probably win because of his name and notoriety down here. But they're saying they were asking Dwayne Wade to possibly get involved with politics. He doesn't seem like he has much interest for it. That has happened before with athletes or movie stars have got in. But Dwayne Wade for Senator of Florida. And I do think he would win. I really do. Just based on his popularity and who he is. I don't know if people would be too concerned about what kind of job he would do. I think they just be like, Dwayne Wade, yeah, I'll vote for him. He was great. With the Heaters, number 3, 3 championships. We'll see what happens. I don't think he's going to do it, but you never know. He does have a major stay in the Utah Jazz, too. He has part of that franchise. So I know he's out there a lot dealing with stuff for sports. But, yeah, that was ironic that last week he's in the Hall of Fame, and now this week they're asking him to get involved in some politics, which is crazy. 877-927-6969. Jimmy, do we have somebody?
We do. We have Jim checking in with us. Hey, Jim, welcome to the Penthouse.
Hey, good afternoon. How's everybody doing?
We're doing good. What's up, Jim?
All right. So just to let you know, I actually had that same thing when you were talking about the airport. My brother and I in Chicago, when I lived in Chicago, we used to deliver appliances.
Okay.
And we were delivering a refrigerator to an airport.
Okay.
And when we checked in, the woman told us to go around this way, go towards the back. And when we go around the back, we're going to see a bunch of people sitting in the back. They're going to know where we're supposed to bring the refrigerator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, my brother and I pull onto this road, and it's a runway, and I see a plane starting to land.
Oh God!
And I'm yelling to my brother, and I'm going, Ricky, it's his name, Ricky. I'm going, Ricky, get out of here! Like, go back. So we're like, he puts it in reverse, and we just get around a corner. We just basically miss, the wingspan.
Oh, wow.
And right when we pulled over, we probably had about 5 or 6 people with their guns drawn, coming over to us. Yeah.
Oh, that's scary.
So being totally freaked out. And then we heard, because we had delivered things there before, then the woman who had put us in that direction did get fired. They did fire her.
Wow. Did you have to get out of the car and put your hands up and everything?
No. We were sitting in a car, and they just pretty much came around the car, and they one of them jumped up, and they actually had their guns drawn and like pointing right at my brother and I.
Oh God!
We explained the situation. Yeah, we explained the situation to them, and they said, just don't come back here ever again.
No, we won't.
And that we could deliver through the front, but never on the runways. Well, of course, we would have never done that, knowing that was a runway we were going on.
Wow. That's amazing.
Anyhow, yeah, it was a little freaky, but what are you gonna do?
And the lady got fired, you said?
Yeah. They told us like a week or two later that because we had gone back for something else, and we found out that she had gotten fired for having us do that.
Wow. And that was probably an innocent mistake. I mean, that she made. Obviously, I don't think she did anything on purpose, and she lost her job. That sucks.
Well, yeah, no, and I guess she probably wasn't the one that's keeping track of when the planes are coming in and arriving. But it's kind of scary when you're there and you see this plane just coming right toward you like it was landing. It was coming right towards the truck.
Oh, I can't even imagine seeing a plane coming that close. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
That's a unique story, no doubt about it. It does happen.
Yeah, it was fun. All right, guys, enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yep, I got a couple people participating in the text line about historical events, and then somebody texted about that Coral Castle. They were like, it was made by a man whose wife died, and it was a monument to her, which is in fact not true. Like I said, it was somebody who did him down and dirty. And I'm on the website right now because I know somebody told me about this, and I was like, I want to check out the history. So Edward Leedskanen, born in Latvia. He went by Ed, and when he was 26, he was engaged to marry his one true love named Agnes Scuffs. Agnes was 10 years younger than Ed, and he affectionately referred to her as his sweet 16. Well, she canceled the wedding just one day before the ceremony.
I told him not to trust her.
Yeah.
I said, watch it.
Damn bitch.
Heartbroken and deeply saddened by this, he set out on a lifelong quest to create a monument to his lost love that had become one of the world's most remarkable accomplishments. Originally called Rockgate Park, but known as the Coral Castle, with no outside assistance or large machinery, Ed single-handedly built the Coral Castle, carving and sculpting over 1,100 tons of coral rock as his testimony to his lost love.
Wow.
Is that not crazy? Yep. Is that he was only a little over 5 feet tall and weighed 100 pounds.
Wow.
Yeah, this is a small dude. They said that in this part of Florida, the coral in some areas can be up to 4,000 feet thick, incredibly cut and moved these big blocks of coral using only hand tools. I'll pull one up later. Yeah, there's a website for coralcastle.com.
I'm curious to see it.
It's pretty remarkable.
It's some big pieces of rock.
It's
I mean,
and
there's
for
no
one
doubt about
dude.
it. Yeah.
How long ago was this? Did it say?
Yeah, I gave you the year.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. 1887.
Oh, okay.
Or no, that's when he was born. I don't know. We can do the math.
All right, so he's dead now. I was going to offer him dinner.
1918, he moved to Florida City. Yeah, it was in the early 1900s.
1920 is when it was created.
There you go.
according to
Thank
the
you.
Wikipedia.
All right.
Yeah, I was going to buy him dinner maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's probably free. Sure, he's not doing much.
He's single.
That is a crazy story. So, yes, on the text line, we got a couple things about I would go back to somebody said I would go back to the Texas School Depository and beat the crap out of Oswald before he shot Kennedy. We have that one. We also have historical event. Go back in time to see JFK sneak Marilyn Monroe into the White House. Also, and see Bill Clinton bring Monica Lewinsky into the Oval Office. Especially if I have the ability to tell their wives what's going on so I could sit back and watch the drama. I'm going to stir the pot there, don't you?
I was going to say, wow.
If I could interfere with history, I'm going back to caveman times. Dropping off a case of lube and a box of nudie magazines. I wonder how much history would change. Imagine all the R-rated cave paintings. Yeah. Travel back to the time to the Persian Empire. That's from Stacy B. So if you ever want to play along, that's 47142. That's the text line. Just got to start it off with Real Radio.
I guess if you want, you can make it your own a little bit there, right? Because, I mean, this was just to go back and see something, not necessarily do something to change, you know?
Yeah.
I mean,
that's different.
You want to talk about
a way
taking,
different scenario.
Yeah, you want to talk about taking one person out and saving 11 million lives.
Yes.
We all know who that is.
Yes. We definitely do.
That would be probably the first thing that would come to my mind.
And you know what I wouldn't enjoy? Having him as a neighbor. And this is a thing that if you are one to be friendly and say hello to your neighbors. Are you guys are you neighborly?
I always was. People I was with did not like it.
They didn't like you being nice to your neighbors?
Not nice.
Wow.
They're just like,
What kind of jerks are you dating, right?
Yeah, they would always be like, why do you talk to them? Why do you got to say hi when we leave?
Sounds like you got some really nice girls you're dating.
Yeah, they were awesome.
Clearly.
But I always was.
Yeah, what about you, Jimmy?
I'm friendly with them. I don't, not a lot. I mean, we don't speak a lot, but we don't see each other, But when we do, it's we're cordial.
Just a simple hi, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah,
that's what it is. Just a simple hi, a hello, a nod, whatever it is, a wave. They say saying hi to your neighbor, this is according to a Gallup poll, makes you feel better. American adults who regularly greet more than one neighbor have a better well-being than those who don't say hi or just greet one. And I get that because I think if you're, I love how I say it's a better well-being. Yeah, you're probably just a nicer and better person overall. If you're the one who says that, because I think that if you're not one to say hi or hello, then it may not be that personable. You could be snotty. Maybe you just not. Maybe you're not a people person either.
Yeah. I mean, I always did. I mean, I just wherever I lived, always hi. Just hi. I mean, I didn't socialize with them, but I would be like, "Hey, what's up? What's going on?" Yeah,
They say older people with young children, and those with higher income tend to greet their neighbors more often. On average, the poll says Americans report greeting 5 neighbors. Over a quarter say hello to 6 or more. And then they find a pretty interesting stat. They said no meaningful increase in well-being is seen for additional neighbors greeted beyond 6. So beyond that, you're not getting any happier. So stop yourself.
Yeah. And you tell people on your street, look, I can only say hi to 5.
I hit my quota.
Yeah.
That's
it. Yeah, so
5 neighbors.
I'm right there. I'm like 5.5.
Yes.
The person in 414, I say hi to him now, so I can't say hi to you. But if he drops off, I'm going to say hi to you. Yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong
I'll pencil you in on Tuesday. You do as well,
Yeah.
Franny. I know you're pretty friendly with your neighbors, right?
Yeah, I'm going to skip George tomorrow, and I'll say hi to Ralph the next day.
I can't say hi to Bobby.
And so I do. I know one of my neighbors very well, and then the ones across the street and next to me, they are very friendly. They don't. The ones on the other side, they don't speak English at all. It's so funny. My husband. That we found out that the guy works on cars. He used to in New York. So my husband's utilizing him working on his truck lately. And so when I'm not home to help translate some of the conversation, he just does everything via the Google translation. And that's how they talk. You just type it in and
That's amazing.
And now he's handling business. He's done everything so far in his truck that he's at, that he's obviously he's paying him. It's not, he's like, do my work. But
this is what you're going to do.
I didn't assume it.
I didn't think it was strong arm.
It's the same neighbor who charged $400 to cut his own branch down.
Yeah, really. Trying to get him back.
Should.
Yeah, right.
Get that favor back.
Yeah, but yeah, we do. And you see the same ones. Like when I'm coming from the gym, I see the same lady walking her 2 greyhounds.
Wow.
So when you familiar yourself with people, and
Mm-hmm.
she initiated, then I go. I mean, it's when you become more familiar with people, it's easier to give them the hello, what's up?
Yeah, same as strip clubs. It is
Same thing.
We'll be back with a trifecta and so much more. Should you say hi to your neighbor? We'll tell you. Peace.
Hi, Diamond.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
We had a woman who freaked out in South Africa, took off her thong and put it on her face. It was very impressive. I've never seen a human being take a thong off so fast.
I have.
The News Junkie. Weekday afternoons at 2 on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Get ready to win your way to our 2023 iHeartRadio Music Festival and $1,000.
You'll be there.
T-Mobile Arena here in Las Vegas.
September 22nd and 23rd.
Streaming live only on Hulu.
The iHeartRadio Music Festival.
Immerse yourself in virtual reality with Kokomo, the new app from Canon. Connect with friends and family live in photorealistic environments. It's like being together even if you're miles apart. Search Kokomo by Canon to download now from the Meta Quest Store, Apple App Store, or Google Play.
Here's traffic on Real Radio.
West Palm Beach roadways and expressways looking good. We are up to speed on the Turnpike in 95. Downtown West Palm roadwork has Clematis shut down from Dixie to Olive. Banyan or Datura are your alternates. And make sure you slow down for bicycles on the commute. That's traffic. I'm Jody Stewart.
This report is sponsored by the Mark Moss Show.
U.S. credit card debt just surpassed $1 trillion, and the banks are in the news again, and it's not for a good reason. I'm Mark Moss, helping you navigate the decentralized revolution. Listen to the Mark Moss Show on the iHeartRadio app, on Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey, it's the Greek. When you come home and your AC's not working, it's not a great feeling. So what do? You pick up the phone, you got to call somebody who's reliable and will show up and do the job. And I have the place for you. Filter by HVAC Solutions. They'll handle all your AC needs. They'll give you a tune-up, they'll install ACs, repair them, and 24 hours they'll get to you. Filter by HVAC Solutions. Cares about their customers and wants to keep them cool this summer with a 24-hour emergency response. Call today, 855-4FL-HVAC. Stay cool. Call these guys.
Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Owen. I'm a cigarette.
Do you like being a cigarette?
No, I don't. Not really into killing thousands of people. Sorry, no filter.
Right.
What's your sign?
Pisces?
I'm a Cancer. Cigarette joke. But seriously, I do cause cancer. And heart disease. And strokes. I could go on forever. Unlike the people who smoke me.
The average smoker lives 10 years less than non-smokers. Quit today. Find out how at tobaccofreeflorida.com.
Hey, it's the Greek. There's only one thing hotter than the weather outside. That is the ladies at Monroe's. 7 days a week, open at 5 a.m. Make sure you stop by Monroe's. They make any good night a great night. 5-star menu, DJs in the house, and the beautiful ladies. And this Saturday night, 19th of August, $500 cash prize. Barbie, that's right. Stop in for the best Barbie and Ken outfits. $500 on the line. And Monroe's beautiful ladies. Peace.
In Florida, we all know the weather can change at the drop of a hat. It's important to be the first to know so you don't get caught driving through the next thunderstorm unprepared while you're going to work, coming home from work, or even picking up the kids. I'm Fox 29 First Alert meteorologist James Whelan, making sure you're the first to know when the weather changes. Fox 29 First Alert weather at 10 p.m. We've got you covered.
The News Junkie is brought to you by Gordon and Partners. ForTheInjured.com, 561-333-3333.
When a cold comes on strong, knock it out with Vicks DayQuil Severe for max strength daytime relief. Just one dose of Vicks DayQuil Severe starts to relieve 9 of your worst cold and flu symptoms to help take you from 9 to none. Power through your day with Vicks DayQuil Severe, the daytime non-drowsy, coughing, aching, fever, sore throat, 9 to none medicine. Use as directed.
Sometimes I struggle to get to sleep. My body stopped for the day, but my mind is still running. So I take ZQuil.
ZQuil, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, has a range of non-habit-forming products to fit you and your family's needs. Invest in a great night's sleep for the best you tomorrow.
I'm awake and ready to take on anything.
Better days start with ZQuil nights. Explore our products at ZQuil.com. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It can happen so easily. A few drinks become a few too many. It's time to go, and you think of calling for a ride home. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over. You lose your license. You total your car. You kill someone. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the 4-day super sale, August 18th through the 21st, and get 40% off paints and stains with prices starting at $26.69. That means 40% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, get 40% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
It can happen so easily. A few drinks become a few too many. It's time to go, and you think of calling for a ride home. What's the worst that could happen? You get pulled over. You lose your license. You total your car. You kill someone. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NHTSA.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word HAPPY right now to 20129. That's HAPPY to 20129.
From the Gordon and Partners Weather Center. Have you or a loved one been injured through no fault of your own? Call 561-333-3333 or go to fortheinjured.com.
I'm meteorologist Lauren Oleski for CBS 12 News. We've got a partly cloudy sky as we move through our Thursday. We will see some scattered showers and thunderstorms moving across the area as well. Slow-moving storms and heavy downpours could lead to isolated flooding in a few spots. It's also nice and hot out there with temperatures back near the low 90s, and with the humidity, it could feel close to 100 throughout the day.
This report is sponsored by Dell Technologies.
The Dell Technologies Back to School event is on. With every eligible purchase, Dell will donate to UNICEF to help connect schools to the internet. Accidental damage protection included. Get deals on top tech powered by the latest Intel Core processors. Save now at Dell.com/deals.
Hello, I'm Dr. Tony Evans, and I'm excited to have you join me on this new podcast, Heroes in the Bible.
Come to me, boy. You and your God will crumble beneath my feet.
He beckoned the giant and said,
I come to you in the name of the Lord of hosts and creator of the stars.
Listen to Heroes in the Bible with Dr. Tony Evans on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Lex and Terry on Real Radio.
I have a question for you guys. I need you to be brutally honest, not that I would get anything different. Am I starting to look my age?
No. It could be one of those things where I see you every day, but no.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Because there's actually so many times where I see people and hear how old they are, and I'm like, what? What happened? What? Yeah, so.
Because yesterday, I'm at the grocery store, and I'm going down the aisle, and there's a lady coming the other way, and she goes, my, they make these aisles super skinny these days, don't they? And she's like batting her eyes at me, and it's like she's definitely throwing out some flirt, and all I could think of in my head was, man, Ampy, I loved you on Andy Griffith.
Or she was calling you fat.
She was in no position to do that.
So what did you respond with?
I went, yep.
You're
Lex and Terry weekdays 7 p.m. till midnight on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast. An iHeart radio station. This is Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7. Real talk for the Palm Beaches and the Treasure Coast.
This was the Florida story about these two morons that came in on a private jet and then drove across the runway. At the airport where all the private jets come in, you can literally see Southern right there and all the traffic driving right next to where the hangar is. You don't hang a left and go across the airport. You go right to Southern, right there, easy. Drive to a fence if you need to. God, morons.
You're listening to The Penthouse. Now back to The Penthouse on Real Radio 92.1 and 101.7.
Yes, you're back in the Penthouse on a Thursday all day. After us, it is the News Junkie, and then Lex and Terry take over. And then in the morning, it's Rover. And then Penthouse Friday edition with a lot of special things. Greek misspeak. Franny tells you what to do, and so much more. And I'll give you some preseason winners. Jimmy's in the house.
Hello, and good afternoon.
And Francis is here.
Hey, happy Thursday.
And it is time for the last trifecta.
Riders up. It's Creepy Trifecta.
All right, preseason football week 2 is get ready to start tonight. The Browns and the Eagles. Our Miami Dolphins take on the Houston Texans. That will be Saturday. A lot of games all weekend long. And week 2 now, because the preseason is only 3 weeks, is usually a dress rehearsal. So we'll see what happens with that. And the Browns and Eagles tonight. Who would bet on preseason? I don't know. James Harden, NBA player who does not want to be in Philadelphia anymore, does not feel the Philadelphia love, is out and doing his thing. And yesterday in China, he sold 10,000 bottles of his wine at $60 a pop. It's awesome for him, and I guess he might not even need the NBA if he stays out there. But he doesn't want to be at the Sixers anymore. And last week, he did call out the GM of the Sixers, saying he's a liar and he doesn't want to play there. And for the Yankees, it's not been a good season. First of all, it started with our leader, Judge, getting hurt, and he was out for 42 games. They just have not been playing well. And they just played the hottest team in baseball, Atlanta Braves, who look like they might be the World Series, I don't want to say champs, but I think they're one of the favorites, them and the Dodgers, obviously. But the Yankees right now are 60-61, one game below 500. And that last time they're one game below 500 was 1995. And that is your last trifecta of the day. Jimmy, who do we have on line one?
We have our good buddy, Greg Rice, checking. It was, hey, Greg, what's going on, little buddy?
Hey, guys. How's it going?
It's going great, Glenn.
Greg.
Whatever.
Yeah, Greek.
Yeah.
What do you call a bunch of white guys sitting on a bench?
I don't know. What? That's a good Greek. I didn't get it. He went away too quick.
The white guys are on the bench. They're not playing.
All right, so what did he call them?
The NBA.
Oh.
Because they're on the bench.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Not great. You've had a good thing.
Yeah. Now one of your better ones.
He's had some good ones.
Go back to your pest control.
Wow. Just in case you didn't know who that was. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. If you could go back in time and see something that maybe you wish you could witness.
I got a good one here at 47142.
Oh, boy. She's chuckling already.
It says, if I could go back in time, I go to the Robert and Chris Kardashian's bedroom and put birth controls in their drinks.
Wow. Oh, my God.
That is so messed up. But somebody wants me to. Here we go. Donna here. Tell Greek Dwayne Wade sold his house in South Florida about 3 months ago. He moved out of Florida because of our governor with the restrictions on the LGBTQ community. Dwayne Wade has a child who is transgender, so he moved his family to California. He no longer is a resident of Florida, if you were not aware of that.
I was.
And then we were also talking about the neighbor thing. It's good for your health, for your well-being to say hi. And they're like, love thy neighbor, just don't get caught. So that was according to our texter here.
Just don't get caught?
Yes.
So I guess she's banging her neighbor?
Wow. Oh.
It says, love thy neighbor,
I
just
didn't
don't
know
get
that.
caught. Yeah.
Wow. I mean, that's... They must be awesome around Halloween.
Nice bunt cake.
What, do you want, a trick or a treat? I'll take a trick and a treat. Wow. 877-927-6969. That's the number to call. You can always email Jimmy at Real Radio 921, or you can text us. First, put in Real Radio 47142. Wow, remembered at that time. Pretty good. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Before you know it, will be football season, so don't forget, Dolphins are on 101.7, and so they'll be getting that Saturday, correct, Jimmy? Or the preseason game?
Mm-hmm, yep.
And when is, if I'm putting you on the spot, I'm sorry, when is the, somebody asked me this last night, when is the Coach's Corner show?
Matter of fact, that should be a week from today. On the 24th is going to be the first Coach's show.
Okay.
And then they're going to have another Coach's show on the following Tuesday, because the Thursday after that is the first game for the 31st is the first game for the Gators.
That's right. They are playing the Utah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you can hear it. Don't forget on Real Radio.
A Thursday night game, which is kind of strange, for college.
Yeah, it is strange that they're kicking off on a Thursday. Mm-hmm. And then, obviously, you can hear the Miami Dolphins on 101.7.
So this is a conversation, and we're specifically talking about kids of the 80s who are now hitting their 40s. I am one of these people at 41 years old. So think about it. If you're listening right now, your 40s are around there. I know. Can you believe it? I can't.
No.
I wouldn't even think you were in your early 30s.
They said
25.
All right, you guys.
No, I'm being
when you
fair.
lay it on too thick, that's when you know it's a bunch of BS.
Where do we go? Where's the line?
Yeah, where did we go wrong?
31 all day.
So they said the hashtag is #signed you in your 40s. And this is funny because I'm like, yeah. So this was something that was on Twitter. Some person said, like one person said, you're in the supermarket and you realize that the music that's playing was the same music at your junior high homecoming dance. So like, yep, I've noticed that before.
That's every generation.
Yep. Your social media feed is filled with pictures of your friends' kids and their latest achievements. Yep, all day, every day, all day long. Especially
you're in your 50s when they're grandkids.
Yeah. First day of school.
Yep.
We talked about this the other day. A teacher once told you won't always have a calculator in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Hangovers have become an all-day affair instead of a quick recovery. Yes, facts. And I think that goes for other ages too, not just 40s.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. This is fun because it's happened to me. In fact, it's going on with my husband right now. He's got a major injury. We can't figure it out. But they said you wake up injured and you don't know why.
What happened?
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
That happened to me 2 days ago.
When talking about directions, you say, let me MapQuest it. Do you remember MapQuest back in the day? That's when you had to print out the directions.
Yeah.
You printed out greeting cards and birthday banners with a dot matrix printer, or simply, you know what the holes on the sides of printer paper were for. Some people do not. Yes. You Jeeves before you Googled. Do you remember asking Jeeves? Ask Jeeves?
No, I don't.
All right, so maybe that was more of my generation.
What is it? What was it?
It was a search engine. You were asking Jeeves. Yeah, ask Jeeves.
Hey, give me some Jeeves.
Before Surrey came around?
But it was Google. It was like a Google. You typed it in the computer. It was just a site. Ask Jeeves. Or this is how you Google something in your teens. And there's a photo. They said of encyclopedias instead. Like that was here at Google. Go through your encyclopedia, right?
True.
You get great enjoyment from watching birds at the bird feeder. I do. I like. Actually, we are getting. I ordered one from Amazon. I ordered a squirrel feeder. And I got a big bag of peanuts, and I can't wait for them. It looks like have you seen them? They look like picnic benches. Have you seen it? Have you hang them and for them? So yeah,
that's
because we got a lot of squirrels, and
cute.
so we're gonna
take some videos.
We got a big old bag of peanuts. We're gonna feed our squirrels. I said, you make noise.
Ooh, Franny's nuts.
Oh, yeah, you make noise when you stand up. Facts.
Really?
Wow.
Your 40s?
Yes.
Really?
I do. Yeah.
And you're in great shape.
It does. You always say that. Doesn't matter.
Really?
Things can still ache and hurt, G-Man.
Really?
Yes. Really. Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just when I wake up, nothing hurts. My pocket.
The cashier asked, your back hurt yesterday.
I don't even know how. But now I'm starting to come. It's coming back to me.
What was his name?
Yeah. Blew that thing out. The cashier asks for ID for age-restricted items and laughs.
Joey.
Oh, Joey.
Even worse, they don't ask when they stop asking.
Right?
Yeah, you're right.
So it doesn't matter what age you are. It could be 50s, 60s, 30s, 20s. If there's something that you're like, yep, this is signs that you're in these ages. I thought that was a fun one because a lot of these hit home for me.
Well, you mentioned there about whether or not it takes a whole day to recover from alcohol.
Mm-hmm.
Well, here's something for you that maybe the future generations won't have to deal with this. A London-based company is developing a synthetic alcohol that it says will bring pleasurable effects without the hangovers, health problems, or slurred speech. Its basis is an amino acid that targets receptors in the front of the brain that trigger the relaxation and sociability alcohol brings while avoiding the chaos it wreaks on the body. GABA receptors are the first contact for alcohol in the brain, opening up and relaxing people. So just a part of us that makes us feel good when we drink. But alcohol then also floods the brain with other neurotransmitters that can cause nasty after effects. Creating a substance that targets only the GABA receptors allows the brain then to turn on dopamine and serotonin naturally. It feels like a glass of wine would feel like natural and relaxing. It makes you a bit more chatty, a bit more socially engaged, with different people, he says, of the product GAB Labs is developing. The company is working to raise about $8 million, around $10.3 million in U.S. dollars, with an aim to complete food safety testing in the U.S. by mid 2026. They're getting ready to launch this thing. It's real. The synthetic alcohol is a tasteless ingredient formulated to be added to versions of non-alcoholic drinks, from beer to wine and spirits. So it's just some sort of a substance you add to something to give you the same effects of alcohol, but it doesn't do the damage to your liver and give it a hangover. How about
I'm curious because I've heard like bad people, like people have bad effects or situations with like synthetic marijuana or synthetic. Like I haven't heard good stories come from it.
Right.
So anything synthetic does kind of worry me a bit.
Right.
But I'll let it be on the market for a bit.
Well,
a few 100,000 people try it out before I do.
And it's going right now for the food safety testing in the U.S.
Okay.
So that's the thing, right? It does still have to go through that process.
If FDA approved.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that'll be interesting. I wonder if something like that will really come to fruition. I mean, we've heard about different things like that. So, and it gives you the same sort of effect that alcohol gives you, yet without the hangover. I don't know.
I wonder what the taste. I wonder if the taste is.
It's not. It's
any good.
It's tasteless because it's something you
so you
add
just mix
to a
it in
beverage.
with whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Yeah. It's synthetic alcohol is tasteless.
See, I know you said it was tasteless, but are they going to market like as that? Is like going to be like a booze, like a bottle of synthetic alcohol, like a vodka that doesn't taste like anything? Or are they going to make different cocktails with it that they would bottle and
right
sell?
Now, this is a company that's creating the synthetic part of it. So what what I would imagine that they would do eventually is they would partner with beverage companies like Tito's, right, and create a vodka, let's say, in that particular case, that you could drink that gives you the same effects, but it has this ingredient instead of alcohol. That would be my guess, but I guess who knows? There'd be all kinds of different ways that maybe they come out with their own sort of beverage that has this product already in it.
I mean, again, anything's possible, and if people like it, they'll go with it.
It almost sounds one of those, too good to be true type things,
Of
right?
course.
You kind of wonder about it, but if it's in a testing phase to be able to get approved by the U.S., As far as USDA, well, I guess we'll see. More, maybe a couple of years. It was 2026. They're looking by having this ready.
If you get the same feeling and not the bad side effects, people are going to love it.
Sure.
When you talk, Franny just mentioned hangover, and it was interesting. We talked a couple nights ago. This is a gambling story. One of my buddies, Jimmy will like this, and last year he was realizing that there was certain weeks that he did not lose as much to his bookie, but he always lost. Once in a while he would win, but the average, And he would say to us, like, I don't understand why certain weeks, and it was a big difference in money, okay? I don't have to get into the numbers, but it was a big difference. What he figured out was that the weeks that he missed, he was missing the 1 o'clock games on Sunday because he was so hungover. So he got up late, banged up.
How did he not know that?
He just didn't figure it out. He just didn't figure. He bet 4 o'clock.
It's kind of weird. You would think that you would know that you're not making a bet, so you're not putting as many bets in, so you're not losing as much.
Well, he bet Saturday. He bet during the week, and he would just only miss the one session. Then he figured out, he goes, you know what? I'm not betting 1 o'clock on Sundays because I'm so banged up. And that was the reason why, because he was so banged up. He missed the 1 o'clock games. So I was like, well, maybe you should sleep till 4. But having a hangover would really kill him. I mean, there are some people when they wake up, like Franny just said, it used to be a couple hours. Some people could be a day.
Yeah, well, I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had a hangover that would knock me out till past 1 p.m.
Good for you.
I missed a game.
Good for you.
She's letting you know. It happens.
Brag much? Jesus.
Yeah, she's letting you know it can happen.
I'm just kidding.
What is the worst that you think you can remember where you were banged up that really took you out? Not like you couldn't walk.
I've had like whole days.
Couple days.
I said a whole day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, there may be like another day where I'm still not 100%, but yeah, I've had days that it's like I can't even like lift my head.
Really?
I get me like my head is pounding. I do not want to get out of bed, and it's weird because it can hit you differently. Like, and most of the times I do it, it'll be one of those weird nights where you only have a couple of drinks and maybe not enough food in your stomach, and you're like, why am I hurting so much? Like, I know I've had way more than this.
And there's plenty of times, where you've had a lot more, and you wake up and it's
like,
not nearly as bad.
What is going on?
Now, is it a certain drink though? Could it be a tequila or vodka? Or it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I've had a lot of people say if you stick with the same, you should be fine, and I do believe in that. It is when you start mixing.
Yeah.
And a lot of the sugary drinks too. Those will get at you. But red wine gets me. Red wine, and I love drinking red wine. But if I have it all night long, I will have. I'm not like where I'm in bed all day, but it gives me a pretty bad headache the next day.
Well, that's not good.
Yeah.
Is there one that makes you a little more angry? There's always that angry one, right?
I don't.
Some people have that, whether it's a whiskey or
I don't
a
have
bourbon.
an angry booze. My husband says the same thing. He's like, "Don't give me whiskey."
Right. Okay.
So that's why that's his thing. But I'm not really.
I don't have one either.
Yeah.
I just and I never experienced that, so I don't know. But a lot of people do say that.
I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it with people. One of my buddies, when he drinks Jameson, he's bad.
Yeah, okay. And different than if he has beer all night or something else.
Yeah, he'll drink like wine once in a while and maybe Tito's, but when he drinks Jameson's, he's bad. A couple weeks ago, we were out with him, and he was a different person.
Right.
Didn't remember.
Yep.
But he was not cool. He just wasn't. He wasn't fun to be around. I mean, I told him the next day. But like you said, different things can affect you.
Some people have that, and I don't know. I don't know what that feels like, and I'm glad I don't.
Yeah, I was going to say, thank God.
Yeah, that's not not that I'm wishing for it.
No, I think anytime you're in a situation when you don't remember what happened, it's not great. You know what I mean? The next day you're like, what the hell happened, or I did this. That can't be a good feeling.
And there's plenty of times I wish I forgot.
That's what I was going to say. Right? As my dad used to say, we can't blame anything on you. You just are crazy. There's something missing. It is the Penthouse. I'm glad you enjoyed the show today. We always enjoy it.
We assume. That's our assumption.
We are very happy that you enjoyed listening to us today.
I don't think it was a bad line.
Of course you don't.
I think I'm very humble. I got to be honest with you. And I believe
there it is.
Yeah.
What was that over there?
Humble people don't call themselves humble.
All right, whatever.
Whatever.
Start the way we finish. Who cares? You wonder why I don't care. You wonder why.
We know.
I do care. That was hard to say. All right, that's it. It's a wrap.
That's it.
Jimmy, great job as always. Thank you so much for everything you do with the blog, with the contest, behind the scenes, in front of the microphone. You are a jack of all trades. Thank you, my dear.
Well, thank you very much, Greek. Always a pleasure. Thank you, Francis. Love working with both you guys. And thank you for listening.
Franny, you're the best. I know I have to tell you that 10 times a day. It's in your contract. But you are the best. You do a great job with the text line, the blog, everything. And thank you so much for being my friend, even outside the studio.
Of course, anytime, G-Man, yes.
She doesn't make it public.
No, I know. Why'd you tell people? Can you tell that?
Yeah, really.
It's private. It's a secret.
Don't say
secret.
hi to me.
Secret.
I was in a restaurant one time. I waved to her. She goes, "We're not in the studio. Don't say hi to me."
Thank you.
Who's waving at me?
Yeah, no, I just put my hand over my head over my head, and I walked
Those
out.
things hurt.
I'm sorry. No. Thank you so much, for everything, G-Man,
My
Jimmy, for all you do. I'm gonna call you dear. Thank you, dear.
Well, thank you, dear.
My dear.
What the heck?
G-Man did. And of course, thank you so very much. And we want to make sure you guys are paying attention. 1 o'clock, we gave you a keyword. A little after 5 o'clock, we're going to give you another keyword. It's actually Rover who's going to give you that keyword. And that is for a getaway to Las Vegas, Nevada for our iHeartRadio Music Festival. So make sure you are always tuned in to Real Radio. And I know you're tuned in right now because you want to hear some parting words from Greek.
Don't worry about the mistakes you made in the past. Think about the ones you're going to make in the future. Can't wait. Those are awesome. It is the Penthouse on a Thursday. Tomorrow, Friday, we're going to be jacked up, baby. Are you? Going to be picking plums for an orange tree. See you tomorrow. Peace.
Proving that some of us have a face for radio.
You sick sons of
Go to realradio921/watch so you can watch us make radio. Getting you up to speed on traffic on Real Radio.
Planned roadwork in Palm Beach County. This is on Southern Boulevard headed west right before Benoist Farms Road. That right lane is blocked. Expressways look good. No major delays or incidents.